It's Thursday afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is, where you is. Welcome to Midnight's Edge After Dark.
I want to try to play Eruption on the kazoo. I think I can do that? No?
It's not like a minute and a half long. Okay, that's enough. As of course on kazoo, that's Rob.
That's not just kazoo. That's on lead kazoo, okay?
You know, we got like the OG crew here because we also have the script doctor. How you doing? He's muted and away from his computer, I believe. There he is.
Wrong screen. I'm doing well. Thanks so much.
Welcome. And we also have with us the one, the only Mecha Random 42.
Can I find her music? Here it is.
I have it handy. This is like a good Captain Harris one. You can stick on your arm.
You taking good care of your baby?
Baby, he needs a daddy though.
I want a DNA test.
Beavis did a 23andMe, and it still didn't figure out who his dad was.
Shut up, Dad. I know who my dad is.
I know who my dad is. He's not a loser like yours. Yeah.
Oh, crying out loud.
You know what? Fucking Beavis and Butthead cost me credits today.
How?
Okay. Short story long. I ended up getting some credit on Amazon for something they screwed up. And they switched everything over to Paramount Plus, and evidently my subscription's still good, even though I canceled it a little while back after I got done watching The Stand. And I was watching a few of the older episodes of Beavis and Butthead, and I'm like, I want to flip over to some of the newer ones. And I'm not thinking about it. It said $0. It didn't just say, like watch now, like when it normally does with Prime. And I just went through the motions, and I'm like, shit, I just used some of my credit, like $30 worth of my credit on the 4th season of Beavis and Butthead, which I already have on Blu-ray. I just was being lazy. So I just wasted credit. Man. Whatever.
Tom, does Stan know you were watching?
The Stand with a D.
You said Stan.
No, I'm not watching a guy named Stan. I'm watching Stephen King's The Stand.
Oh.
I was. And then, no. So like, I was kind of pissed off about that. So I was talking to Amazon, and I'm like, look, can I cancel and just get my credit back? And they're like, no, you can cancel it though. I'm like, well, can't you just give my credit back? No, you don't get a refund on your credit. I'm like, okay, just cancel it and give me $29.99 in credit. Like, how hard is that? I swear, like they are just, anyway.
It's like pulling teeth.
Fucking Amazon. So welcome everybody out there. We got Fat Steven Seagal in the chat. How you doing? We got Mecha J. Yeah, Christian Garcia.
No wonder Jeff Bezos has so much money. He doesn't let you cancel anything.
No, well, it was a credit anyway. It's like, well, you guys aren't on anything. What the fuck's the difference? Jesse, how you doing, man? Look what else we got here. We got all kinds of regulars in the chat. We got Brightest Day. I think I said that already. Pinhead, how you doing? Larry. We got our regulars are here. Belly up to the bar. We're glad to see you, just like Norm at Cheers.
Does he want to be a Pinhead no more?
I just bought a Nintendo.
Hellraiser. You bought the new one?
No, I bought the sheriff stock.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it works out for you. I mean, I don't expect it'll go like crazy nuts, but hey, you never know. Maybe after
hold on to it's basically just sticking money in the bank for.
Well, like I said, it's not going to really devalue, and it can only go up with like Nintendo World and stuff. So
it's a bet. Essentially, you're just making a bet instead of betting on a horse or 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 football betting on a stock to go up or down.
Well, basically, I'm kind of throwing money in the stock market to hang on to it for a while, and then if it goes down, it goes down. If it goes up, it goes up. Yay!
There you go. That's good attitude.
As a 401k, since I don't have one.
Where's this?
There you go.
It goes down. It goes down.
Well, and that's the thing is, once this pandemic's over, now's the time to buy it because it's just going to go up after that.
Yep.
Fat Steven Seagal sends it's a $2 Canadian super chat. You got the
Yeah, somewhere. Just a second. Where is it? Canada. I can't find it. Darn it! I got so many.
You're fired.
Canada.
There we go.
Yeah, well, eventually just drive north and you'll eventually run into it.
Stephen King's The Refund going woke soon. Little Jim Cummings there.
Did you see how was The Stand? I mean,
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that sucks about it is if somebody recuts it, it might not be so bad. Like, because it's got almost a perfect cast outside of Ezra Miller. And like one or two other people are just kind of meh. But like, you got Amber Heard playing the psycho bitch. So she was perfectly cast as the bride of the devil. You know?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so like outside of that, I mean, most of the cast is like, it was like pretty good cast. The story's there. It's just all out of whack. Because like, I'm sure as you've heard Robert Burnett tell, and I say myself, it's the whole point of the story is the journey because you don't know where most of these people are going to wind up. But the way they tell you this is they tell you basically where everybody winds up in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
And it just kind of drags then through the middle. And then the ending is the same. And this whole new ending that Stephen King wrote was just this additional episode basically. And it's just trash.
Well,
it's a waste of fucking time.
What's the new ending?
Well, the original movie, and I think the book's the same way, ends, and this one ends all the same way as far as I know. And that is the pyrotechnics guy, or the pyrotechnics, not pyrotechnics. Who's a person who's obsessed with fire?
Beavis.
Besides Beavis, what is he though? Pyromaniac. Thank you. I said it at the same time, but thank you. The pyromaniac guy brings the bomb to Vegas, even though he's supposed to take it to Colorado, and he ends up blowing up Vegas. And that happens in the end of the other one. I think that's the way the book ends, and that's the way this one ended, except for that extra bit they add on, which is just a whole episode of the main characters just kind of hanging around talking about shit. And then the one main chick decides she wants to go home. So they go home and they're there. Nothing happens. And then they zoom out into the cornfield, and there's a little black girl living out in the cornfield. So it's insinuating it's either a reincarnation of Whoopi Goldberg's character or it's a new version of the devil. But now this time it's a black girl. It's really fucking stupid. It's almost like you could set it. They were like, okay, are they setting it up for it to continue in case it was a hit? That's what I was wondering. Was like, that's what it felt more like to me. But it was just, well, actually, Sander, I thought the original Stand did a really good job of compressing that entire story into what was it, 6 hours? I think it was script originally, because like 4 hour and a half miniseries episodes or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty efficient, so to speak.
Yeah, because they amalgamized some characters and stuff like that. But that's the thing, is this one had the potential to basically adapt it almost verbatim, and they didn't.
It was a big misstep for The Stand.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure, Jesse, if it was Flag or if it was, it was a reincarnation of Whoopi Goldberg's character, because it was a little black girl living in the cornfield. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty much a bummer. But speaking of other bummers, Rob, we got this story that came across the transom, as you like to call it. Racist, sexist Hollywood.
Sorry, Tom Connors. Yeah, people out there living in Vegas. Let's see.
Who cares anymore?
How Hollywood is dealing with its problematic content.
Just segregate everything so we never have to hear it. How about that?
So I ain't got no problem with problematic content, Tom Connors. I am problematic content. Well,
What I've loved is like the last few days, the spin has been why they're not really canceling Dr. Seuss stuff, but it's actually,
Why aren't they canceling content?
it's just being better or some shit. It's bullshit.
Well, they are banning them though, because now eBay you can't even sell them. You can't even get rid of them if you don't want an offensive thing in your home. What can you do? You have to burn it.
It's not a book burning, but the fact that you can't get rid of it, some people will choose to destroy it rather than sell it.
See, I just hang on to it and be like, yeah, you got a problem with it?
As streamers build out their lucrative libraries, they are experimenting with label warnings, context panels, and even purges. These are valuable properties that you cannot disregard, and you want to keep them, but you have to make sure they don't damage the brand. Really
damage the brand.
Every month, Disney convenes an eclectic group of advisors via video conference to tell the media conglomerate what it and the many entertainment companies it has acquired over the nearly 100-year history have gotten wrong. Okay, who are these people? Who are these eclectic group of advisors? And why do they think they know better than I do what I find offensive? Whack. See that?
That was perfectly timed.
That was pretty good, yeah.
The duck says you do. So anyway, as you were saying,
it's a long list. Song of the South, Jar Jar Binks, that episode of The Muppet Show where Johnny Cash sings a duet with Miss Piggy in front of a Confederate flag. We've had some very raw conversations on Zoom, says Gil Robertson, president of the African American Film Critics Association, who sits on Disney's advisory council, part of its Stories Matter initiative, alongside representatives from groups like the Coalition of Asian Pacifics in Entertainment and the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media. What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't remember hearing about that?
No.
Yeah, she has some institute now since she can't get no gigs acting, where all she does is tell everybody how fucking racist they are.
Yeah, it's pretty atrocious. She's even funding an algorithm to try and screen written work to make sure it's not offensive or it's balanced gender-wise.
She probably just sits back and rakes in donations from well-meaning people, right?
Pretty much.
The foundation.
Yeah, I was going to say, or that it's funded by the Hollywood peoples.
As well as representatives from various departments at Disney, including programming, public policy, and diversity and inclusion. They need a whole department for diversity and inclusion?
Yes, they evidently do. And yes, that Gina Davis. It's that Gina Davis, yes.
Disney asks Robertson and his colleagues to watch content that may contain stereotypes or insensitive image. Well, first of all, fuck off. I don't need you making decisions for me.
Exactly.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, I knew Rob wasn't going to get through this one.
No, they're just going to cater to China anyway. They're just going to, bend the knees, censor anything just so that China isn't offended. So, but they'll do whatever the crap they want to us. They'll cancel people like Gina Carano. They'll do whatever the crap they want.
Content that may contain stereotypes or insensitive imagery and offer their perspectives. Some shows and films, like certain episodes of The Muppet Show that Disney added to its streaming platform February 19th, have ended up with disclaimers cautioning viewers about negative depictions or mistreatment of people or cultures. Fuck you. A kind of pop culture equivalent of the Surgeon General's warning. They want to make up for any offensive messaging that may have been part of. Robertson says, it feels sincere. No, it doesn't feel sincere. No, it doesn't. It's not sincere in the least. And it's also good business. How? How is it good business? Catering to imbeciles like you. Oh, Kermit, what's up, Kermit? Did I hear Kermit?
No, that was actually Script Doctor laughing. Oh. Speaking of, though, I got the band to go with my other ones. That wasn't cheap, though, because they were a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2020.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to go grab them and show you when we're done here.
For traditional studios launching new streaming services, trying to attract 2021 audiences, fuck 2021 audiences. Their libraries are perfectly collected.
Sorry. That was good, though.
Assets to draw viewers saturated with entertainment options via the powerful forces of nostalgia and brand recognition. But these decades-old archives are also minefields of racism, sexism, and homophobia, and other forms of bias that were publicly acceptable in the eras in which the content originally was produced. Studios are taking... This is all sounds like a defense of shit-canning Gina Carano.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought this. Thank you, Rob. This is all the same. It all's connected, just like, Mecca brought in the article as well, talking about how they're not even allowing people to sell the fucking book anymore. Not only are they not just reprinting it anymore, they're not allowing people to sell it. Hence, it's being canceled. Why do you think there's all this propaganda bullshit out there going, well, Gina Carano isn't really canceled. Dr. Seuss books aren't really canceled. These movies aren't really going to be canceled. Bullshit, they're not. You can spin the words more and more all you fucking want, but to me it's no different than when they try to create words to hide the word reboot. You can call it a reboot, you can call it a reimagining, you can call it whatever the fuck you want to try and take away the actuality of it all. And it's bullshit. Yeah, then Tim Scorpion says, also, Chapek said KK is a treasure. Yeah, he did say a lot of horse shit in that fucking meeting. Supposedly he slipped that she's a leech, too, but I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't hear the whole thing, so I only watched bits and pieces. I couldn't listen to that shit.
Okay, hold on.
And of course, guys, they're not going to go out there and badmouth anybody in any of those things.
No.
I mean, come on.
That'd be career suicide.
Exactly. And joining us, Mr. Pauly from the Latino Slant. How you doing, Pauly?
Hola, ¿qué más estás?
Hola, mi amigo.
Amigo. Hey, what you doing, Mecha Random?
Hey. I was trying not to cough off.
Oh, no, man. Cheech, now there's two of them. I mean, oh, shit.
Hey, why are you coughing? You don't know how to pump up pass?
So I took a sip of Mountain Dew and it went down the wrong pipe.
It's like the chewing gum, man. Double the pleasure, double the fun.
It's okay, man. I can't be racist. I'm like a quarter Chinese or a half Chinese. I don't even remember.
Hey, double bubble. I'll give you a ride.
Hey, that's false advertisement.
Hey, that's false advertising, man.
How far are you going, man?
I'm gonna go right here, man.
It'll be great.
To the end, you're black.
Racist, sexist, classic Hollywood. That's what we're talking about.
I know I wanted to liven things up with some nice stereotypical. Hey, what's going on, Latino?
You know what, though? It's colorful and it's fun.
We're having fun.
Fuck them.
All right, well, let's get to the meat of this. Okay, nobody's canceling these movies. Says Quack. The Duck disagrees with you. Nobody's canceling these movies. Says TCM host Ben Mankiewicz. Our job is not to get up and say, here's a movie that you should feel guilty about for liking, but pretend the racism in it is not painful and acute. No, I don't want to shy away from that. This was inevitable and welcome and overdue. That's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what
it's like walking up to somebody and saying, look, I'm not saying you're a bad singer, but you just can't sing well.
Yeah,
that's all.
I'm not saying that you harbor racist tendencies for liking this, but if you're watching this
and you like it, you harbor racist tendencies.
Yeah. Older shows and movies are still big business. Disney Plus 2020, nearly 8% of TV. The TV demand was for streaming service licensed shows. Only about 20% for those original shows like The Mandalorian, according to Parrot Analytics. Oh, they've got a good scam going, Parrot Analytics. On HBO Max, more than 90% of the TV demand was for licensed shows and less than 10% for originals. Parrot does not tabulate the numbers for films. You attract subscribers with original shows, but you retain them with library content. It says Alejandro Rojas, Parrot's director of applied analytics. Oh, there's a made-up job. There's a made-up job title. These are valuable properties that you cannot just disregard. You want to keep them, but you have to make sure they don't damage the brand. Fuck off. In 2019, Miramax's 700 film library was valued at $750 million. The libraries at Disney and Warner Media are multi-billion-dollar assets, says Chris Kirk, consultant at 80/20 Consulting. The need for studios to reckon with their racist histories took on a new urgency last summer as Black Lives Matter protests were unfolding across the U.S. in response to the police killing of George Floyd, and brands of all varieties weighed in with charitable donations, public statements, and corporate town halls about diversity and inclusion. See, okay, here's the fucking head fake, okay? Here's the thing. Disney is doing this so that they can we're so sensitive to people's needs. Oh, we're so sensitive to people. Oh, no, we're really sensitive to how you feel. We really concerned. We know you have concerns. So we're gonna put this warning label here. Meanwhile, they're on the phone. Yeah. Make sure you kill that $15 an hour minimum wage bill. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Click. That's what they're doing. That's what they're fucking doing. You want a livable wage for our theme?
Do you think that having a $15 minimum wage though is really going to do anything other than fire a couple other, like let's say you have a $30 budget where you would have 3 people at $10 an hour,
but that's
right?
How two-faced they are.
Well, now you
though.
just have 2 people.
That's how two-faced they are, though. That's how
Well,
two-faced.
not really. Like, if you really get into the minimum wage, they're not going to. They're just going to eliminate positions. You're just going to have fewer employees if you raise the minimum wage.
Bernie Sanders.
So I don't think they care about that. I don't think they care.
No,
about
Mecca's. I don't think Mecca's wrong to a point. No, but like,
No, I've worked years and years of retail. I know how they do this.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like it was the same thing when. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Bernie was actually working on a provision to
but Bernie doesn't. Bernie's got all the fucking corporations, and you can ask people to do the right thing. It doesn't mean they will. They're not going to take out of their fucking of their profits just so that they can hire all these people doing these. No. They're just going to reduce their. It's real simple. Yep. That's all.
The other thing too is Disney's doing this to give them cover, so when they bend over backwards for China, that's the other part of this.
Well, no, and again, I don't want to.
No. We have a warning label. Never mind that we said we filmed in a country with those camps, where people go for concentration.
I think warning labels are a lot about liability. I think a lot of the time they're like, you know what, these asshole SJW parents aren't going to fucking parent their kids, but they will get on the phone and they'll complain or they'll get on social media, and they're so afraid of these little hate mobs and these lazy childish parents that they'll just pull something or they'll censor something. And I think that's what happened with eBay too.
Right. Well, to get back a bit.
There's certain jobs you can't automate. That's the thing. Lord knows they've tried.
Well, even in the automation, that's the thing that sucks is the prices have not gone down, and
going to go up.
And Mecca's, even though they should go down, they don't. They go up. And then Mecca's right. In most cases, when it comes to any of these kind of deals, they usually just cut out the lower level people, and the upper people get the money in the end either way. And then the other side of it is, they always just try to find loopholes and other bullshit to get around it. And Mr. Londell's Groovy Movie says, I no longer respect Ben Mankiewicz, and I don't blame you for that one. And then David Stout sent in a $2 super chat, says because they claim they're God and you worship them. Yeah, I'm sure that was a response to something that Rob and Mecca were going off about there, but thank you for the super chat just the same. But yeah, like this whole thing, I think you're right, Rob. It's an excuse. It's a way to.
They're passing the buck.
Yeah. Now let's be real, like, because I think you're right too. They're trying to paint this idea that, it's not okay to like these movies, but we're not saying it's bad to like these movies. But if you do, you are a fucking racist, by the way. Even though we're not saying that, we are saying that. And this is just the beginning. And to me, it's like, how can you equate that with anything? Because you know what? I watch a lot of crazy shit. I watch a lot of horror movies. I watch, trauma type shit, all kinds of weird shit. Doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and like commit some mass murder or some shit like that. I mean, and this is that same kind of idea to me. It's like we need to protect, our precious eyes and ears, and then we need to protect the brand. That's the one that stuck out to me the most too, was protecting the brand, because going forward, they don't want anything to tarnish the brand. And again, here's how we're going with them destroying all our classic franchises.
It's not about them being concerned with hurting somebody's fifis. It's about them maintaining their profitability.
Yeah. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be liable. They don't want it to hurt their bottom dollar. And they think that caving to the woke mob is going to be more profitable for them. And I think a lot of this is about liability. They're trying to pass the buck. They're trying to avoid litigation in case one of these crazies, decide to take them to court over something, especially in the case of like the Dr. Seuss books. Oh, my child got a hold of it, therefore you're responsible and I'm going to sue you. And I think a lot of these new modern day woke people are too young to remember the PMRC. They don't remember the moral majority types. They don't remember when the fundamentalists were running around trying to censor everything. They don't remember when all of these little housewife Karens were getting into politics and trying to and scream and complain and, oh, you're going to hell if you play Dungeons and Dragons or listen to rock music, because it was the same religious zealotry we see nowadays against racism as we saw against the devil 30 years ago.
And executive producer Saul Leibowitz, you're not supposed to want to lick armpits after John Waters films. You're supposed to want to eat shit.
All right, well, let's continue with this, okay, for a little bit here.
Nah, but he gets the joke.
You guys are fucking crazy.
The need for studios to reckon with their racist histories took on the urgency last summer. Yada 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 yada. AT&T Warner's media. That moment of national tumult meant re-examining one of the company's crown jewels, Gone with the Wind, the 1939 Civil War epic that remains, adjusted for inflation, the highest-grossing film of all time. Screenwriter John Ridley wrote an op-ed in the Los Angeles Times calling for Warner Media to temporarily remove the film from its less than 2-week-old streaming service, HBO Max, because Gone with the Wind sentimentalizes slavery and perpetuates stereotypes. At a moment when we were all considering what more we can do to fight bigotry and intolerance, I would ask that all content providers look at their libraries and make good faith effort to separate programming that might be lacking in its representation from which is blatant in its demonization. Ridley wrote, and he talks like that. HBO Max removed the film within hours of Ridley's column being published, eventually returning Gone with the Wind to the service of that month later with a 4-minute introduction by TCM host Jacqueline Stewart, framing the movie as one that denies the horrors of slavery as well as the legacy of racial inequality. What about the fucking horrors of the war? You know the part that actually made me that scared me the most when I was a kid watching Gone with the Wind? It was when the guy got his legs sawed off without anesthesia.
The movie was made in 1939.
Well, not just that. The movie's not about fucking slavery.
I mean,
No,
it'd be one thing if the movie was
a relationship with the
right.
I mean,
about one Karen.
realistic. I mean, honestly, the racist history of Hollywood is that they were the ones who didn't let Hattie McDaniel in through the front door to get her award. She had to go through the back.
Yeah,
that movie was actually way ahead of its time.
Yeah, the cast actually had to fight for her to be able to. Be
I
there.
mean, yeah, if you're gonna do a.
Oh no!
What?
Oh my God! You're kidding me.
All right, I'll stop.
Aladdin now bears a content warning.
Yeah, they already cut
Which
that
version?
Did
Hey,
you know
Holmes,
that,
they're
Rob?
gonna go after Cheech and Chong, man.
Shh.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Don't give them ideas. No, you didn't know that they already edited Aladdin after it was originally released. They
edited a line out of a song, the song. Yeah, I know that. I come from a land from a faraway place where the caravan camels roam, where they'll cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric. Yeah. Hey, it's home.
Yeah,
I know about that.
Yeah, which is stupid. And of course, it's going to get a warning because it's. I give up. I give up. This is the thing, folks. We're being re-educated by people who don't even know who Helen Keller is. I
was heartened that HBO Max took a pause to consider what it means as this historical moment to present the legendary and beloved film that glorifies the Confederacy and romanticizes slavery. No, it doesn't. I put together my introduction in a matter of days, but they were very long days. Oh, fuck off, huh? Enid Stewart, what does this Jacqueline Stewart actually do? What is she? Who is this fucking? Just guarantee she's some blonde who does like who has screaming for diversity. No, okay, she's a black lady with a shaved haircut. Okay. There in it, Stewart noted objections to the film that are not just contemporary phenomenon. 1936, the NAACP secretary Walter White wrote to David O. Selznick suggesting he hire an African American to fact check Margaret Mitchell's novel glamorizing the antebellum South before adapting it for the screen. She also pointed out that Hattie McDaniel was not included in the film's premiere in Atlanta and was marginalized at the Oscars ceremony, where she became the first African American to win an Academy Award. Gone with the Wind raises questions about racial politics on and off screen in Hollywood's past and present. In the media landscape, Stewart says, I want to connect all those dots. Who asked you? Warner Media has assembled a group composed of historians and advisors from outside the company, as well as representatives from various Warner divisions, to examine its archives. Our approach is to confront, contextualize our history, says Christy Haubegger, Warner's Media Chief Enterprise Inclusion Officer. Fuck, they just make up more job titles for these people. TCM, where Stewart became the first black host in September 2019, will apply similar concept with its new series devoted to legendary films that are often problematic to today's audiences for their approach to race, gender, and LGBTQ, XYZ, EIEIO issues. Reframed will feature the network's 5 hosts in a roundtable discussion of such films as Gone with the Wind, The Searchers, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Woman of the Year, and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner from 21st Century Perspective. How would you have some people that actually were
around then?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't gone after To Sir with Love. That's a beautiful film. And
give them time.
Yeah, don't give any ideas. No, they're just not smart enough to compare the difference in times, and they think that they're going to level up and bypass, or they think they're going to bypass the level. I'm going to use a video game analogy here. They think they're going to just buy $100 of microtransactions and skip ahead to the end without leveling, and it's going to take years and years and years of leveling up as humanity. Generations and generations, probably 1,000 years. Probably thousands of years before we kind of get past our basic tribal instincts. I mean, that's all this is. Like these people are not smart enough to compare and understand. They think that because they can cheat in a video game and they can level up with a microtransaction, that they can just level up and fix everything now, without actually taking a critical look at the real issues that we're really, really going against. We're going against our tribal instincts right now. And we've discussed a lot of this in Star Trek, where you kind of have, you can acknowledge the fact that humanity evolved as a species who are violent, aggressive, possessive. We have a very survival instinct sort of thing, and to survive was to live in this little cave with a group of people who are going to protect you from the other cave of people, and we're still there. These people just have no sense of history. They have no sense of the grand scale of things. They think they're self-important. They think they're self-righteous. Every example that they've ever had in their life is that they can just bypass all of the progress. They get a trophy just for showing up. They get awarded for doing nothing. They're entitled, they're arrogant, and they think that they can actually fix everything by labeling and censoring everything. And that's a huge, huge problem that we really, really failed. And I blame us as Gen X that we were just, we're lazy. We had it too good, and we didn't actually hold them accountable for their shit.
Everybody was told they were so special. They were the most special that ever specialed. And you're so special, and you're not. You're going to be the best special that there ever was. And you're so special that everybody will notice how special you are.
Yeah, and it's wrong. And you're not.
Well, it's ironic because special has been reappropriated to a term of someone who is not really special, just Backwards.
Yeah,
Special.
actually, Captain April said, the Gone with the Wind is about a rich brat. Thank you, Duck. Is about a rich brat that has her life torn apart by war. If you want a documentary, go watch Ken Burns.
Well, look, I mean, it's a movie. It's a fucking movie. And again, it's not like it's a movie about, well, as far as Gone with the Wind, it's not a movie about slavery itself, as I said. And again, most people, if you're an adult going into this shit, you can kind of tell when something is a little out of date. It's not that hard to do. But like I reiterated before you continued, we're being re-educated by people who don't even know who Helen Keller is, right? So that's the problem here. We have people who are not even really aware of history. And again, I'm not saying that there's not any kind of systemic racism. There obviously has been in the past. And, it's something that we've been fighting to break down for a long, long time. And there's still probably a lot of remnants of it. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like at least in our generation, and Paulie, correct me if you think I'm wrong, it kind of felt like in our generation was kind of about the point where we got where like everybody was kind of equal. Like we all had kind of an equal playing ground for once. And it was more about class than it was about, our physical features.
Yeah, once we started realizing that's when they started trying to turn us all against each other. Like they're like, "Oh, you're finally getting it. You're finally getting the fact that it's the big banks you got to go after and the giant corporations that are controlling everything." Here's some little race bait. Fight amongst yourselves while we make ourselves richer. That's what it boils down to.
And as an example, the last time I brought this up, I brought up, an image of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds, and I'm like, look at this diversity in this picture, like, compared to what they'd like us to believe things were like. And I just don't get why they feel like we're that fucking retarded other than these people don't even know who Helen Keller is.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, there's always, it's always to me a complex, thing to take on as far as, contextualizing our history through our modern eyes right now.
Right.
With what you said growing up, I really grew up in a diverse multicultural neighborhood. My family, other Latino families, Jews, Blacks, Asians. I mean, West LA was really
right.
really wonderful at that time. And but there were different times. I could also walk to school by myself back and forth. I was a latchkey kid. I was a single mom. My mom just, was always at work. So, but she worked her ass off to live in a nice part of town. We could have stayed in East LA, but she just didn't want that because there was just too much crime and too much violence. That's just how it was in the 70s. So it was always interesting to see how I grew up and then how my cousins grew up. That kind of went up, as far as growing up on the East Side. So, you're right, Tom. And yet East LA, South Central, all those really, really rough parts of towns that existed at the same time.
Right.
But I know what you mean. And what you're talking about is it's not a pipe dream. Like it was real. It was real.
Right. Well, and I think you pointed out there that even in the worst areas, like it was still pretty diverse, which again goes to my point. It's a class thing. It's not, I'm sure you had just as many, of one race as you did some of the others in the same area because of the simple fact that it's a class thing. You either have or you don't have, and you either rise above like your mother did, or you just accept your stasis in life, And
it still is a class thing. It's just, if there's areas that are just more segregated,
right.
That's even those areas are coming up, I mean, where we live now, I would not have wanted to have lived here 20 years ago. I would be fine, but I'm thinking about Mrs. Slant. So, but it's it's safe enough. and it's pretty diverse. I don't know where I'm going with this, Tom.
No, but I think I mean unless like I mean
I
again,
do
like
think there's always I think the problem is yes, Hollywood has a racist history of blackface, brown face, all the way up until 2010 with Argo and Ben Affleck playing a Latino. He's Ben Affleck. He can do what he wants. He bought the film. Do it. Go be you, bro. But
Well,
he played the Chicano. You
and
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that's the thing that's most important is we understand. Like that's
Right.
where I think this the loss of any kind of logic is this is like, you know, we had the conversation like today, would Lou
Mhm.
Diamond Phillips be cast as Richie Valens? And I don't think we could give a real definitive answer, but I
Today?
think and I think if anything, we'd lean more towards no.
No. There's
Exactly.
no way.
Like and
Now that you have people like Sholo, and the guy who played Miguel Diaz in Cobra Kai, you have those young Latino actors. Back then, you could make an argument that they had 80 almost.
yeah, there is an argument to be made there for that part of it.
Yeah.
But then there's also the part of it to be made that, you know, we were smart enough by the 90s. Even then, I would have been like, yeah, chances are he wouldn't have been because he's not Latino. He's a Filipino and like a quarter Indian or whatever, I think it is, or something like that.
He did a fantastic job. We talked about
Absolutely,
this.
yeah.
That cast is still, it still stands. I still stand behind that movie, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But instead of really tackling the real problems that's perpetuated from Hollywood, they're trying to put these labels on them and these disclaimers. It's just ridiculous. It's just like you're just adding more attention to it, honestly.
Absolutely.
In a way where people, they don't want to hear because you're trying to censor them. That's all they're going to see.
Yeah, and a prime example is the Song of the South. When I was a kid, no idea that it was anything wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I was an adult and obviously saw it, and then they turned around and banned it. You know, I was like, then as an adult, I understood. Okay, yeah, this is obviously a little, off the mark as far as the way things were then. But I also understood that it was a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's that aspect to it too. I didn't expect there to be any real, depiction of the horrors of racism and slavery in the South in a Disney film. But what it did do was capture those fairy tales that they used to tell. Right. And I had this conversation with Lorena about that. And she said, yeah, like my grandma used to tell those stories or would tell us that we'd get, those stories told to us, and her grandpa or uncle or something like that would get in trouble for, telling the stories in school. But again, it was like, I mean, they're forgetting the fact of how progressive that was for the time. And I think they're missing the mark again with this Gone with the Wind thing. To get back to the article is, they bring up all the points we just brought up, but for completely different reasons. When it's like, again, here we are stuck with the same situation, like with Kelly Marie Tran. It's like, they're turning around and trying to point the finger at us when really they should be turning around and pointing the finger at them. If not just accepting the fact that, hey, these movies were made at a time when things weren't as sensitive as they are now. We get that. You get that. Everybody gets that, right? We're all on the same page. Good to go. No, instead they're making a big to-do out of it. And like you said, just completely bringing more attention to it.
Censoring them, their labels, their panels, they're hiring inclusion people. I mean, those are all very fancy words for, high-paid publicists that might be Black or Latino. It's like, I mean, if you really want change, put all that time and energy into people like script doctor, into great writers.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else will flow. The spice must flow.
And what do they do? Like, okay, you got a situation where Coming to America comes out tomorrow on Amazon, right? It's getting pretty mediocre reviews, and most of them are saying the same shit. It's a greatest hits repackage. Every joke that was in the first movie basically makes a
cameo.
A cameo in this one.
God, really?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so you had the opportunity to do something great, and you just redid the same thing. Great opportunity where, people are complaining there's not enough Black entertainment, all this other kind of crap. And I've said it, I don't know how many times, that, Coming to America was never even considered a Black comedy until recent years. It was just considered a comedy. But now that it's a Black comedy, and they had the opportunity to do something with that, what did they do? They just turned it into a ripoff of the original.
What was that
And not
story?
only that, they're redefining the definition of black comedy. Black comedy was just like something that was darker than a dark comedy. Like that's how it was originally. It didn't have anything to do with the color of the skin of the people involved.
Exactly, I agree with that too.
Yeah, they used to call it blaxploitation.
Oh,
See, now that
was
was
a totally
fun.
different
Those
thing.
are fun movies, man. I don't care what anyone says.
Exactly, and that's the kind of shit I
love.
love. And welcome, Jesse and Rob. You were saying, I'm sorry.
Was there a story about why they had to hire Louis Anderson?
Yeah, that just came out, and I don't like that story. What is the point of it? If it's true, then fine. But you know what? What difference does it make? I guess evidently they needed to have at least one white person in the cast, according to Paramount, and they got a list of 3 people, and Arsenio and Eddie got to pick, and they both picked Louis.
Well, he's been a stand-up comic for years, so
yeah.
Who were the other 2 choices?
They wouldn't say.
That's no fun.
I know, right? Yeah, but I mean, and Louis perfect in that part, so I don't get what the fucking problem is. Would it have been better if it was a black dude playing that part? No, I don't think so. I think the whole point of it being funny is that you got Louis Anderson working on in a fast food restaurant, and the whole lettuce, I started on the lettuce and now I'm up to this, and before you know it, I'll be on the counter and I'll be a manager.
How far are we into this article? Because I'm reading it and it's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I don't think Rob even got about halfway through it yet, because I knew it was going to break his brain.
It's hurting my head. You're absolutely right.
Oh, I saw this thing and I'm like, oh God, we got to talk about that.
It's the thing is, who the fuck are you to decide what I find offensive?
Well, you know what it feels like? It feels like you're at work and you get in trouble for telling a totally funny joke. Then you have to go to HR and you have to talk about your feelings and other people's feelings. Only when we're at home, it's like we're at work.
We told some tasteless jokes this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Better prepare for a knock on your door because HR is coming.
That's a good analogy, man.
That is a good analogy.
It's Big Brother. It's having somebody look over your shoulder every moment. You're not even allowed to have a chuckle at something that's absurd.
Absolutely. And I got to get these super chats real quick before they disappear. Glinzer sent in $2, says the new future proofing owning physical media. I agree 125%. In fact, I hope we, especially those movies that are not available, like not Gone with the Wind, Song of the South. I'm glad that there are 35 millimeter scans out there available. It's like there's no reason it shouldn't be available. I mean, we need to be able to preserve the past, regardless of whether or not we feel like it's inappropriate to today's standards. And that's the problem, is holding it up to today's standards. And that's what Paulie was saying.
It hurts my feelings.
Then don't fucking watch it.
You know what? Seuss is really getting canceled.
Watch it.
There's some kid. Yeah, there's some kid out there who could never read Dr. Seuss out loud. So now that as an adult, they have to come back for that embarrassment they felt reading in front of the class.
Well, right. And going back to, I think you heard it in the chat when you were there before, Jesse, like we were pointing out, like this whole idea of this is just creating excuses for canceling and censoring shit when they're trying to pretend they're not. It's just like when they said, oh, we're not really Gina Carano wasn't canceled. And then when they couldn't make that narrative stick, it was, oh, well, she canceled herself. It's like, how the fuck do you cancel yourself?
Suicide.
Yeah, that's about it.
The only way out is suicide.
I call it suicide.
Mr. Insanity sends in $4.99, and that's a fitting name for that. Little diatribe we had there. After Chapek's call, Bounding just posted Disney's closing 20% of their stores in the U.S., but don't worry, everything's fine. # Fire Kennedy. Oh yeah, they are in the worst fucking position they could ever find themselves.
Yesterday we were having a little chit chat, me and Tom, and I was looking to see what other companies Disney owns, because with nothing they do is really successful, right? As far as putting out media. So it turns out they own like all these realty companies. So basically, if you live in Florida, you're paying rent to Disney, and God only knows where else. They had a massive amount of real estate holdings. That's why they can continuously screw up over and over. No one cares because the rent money's coming in.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Actually, I've been watching. Actually, talk about before it gets canceled. there was a film called Elvis. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. The way it is. That's the way it is.
I lived a life that's full.
And this is filmed all 1970, right before he decided to go back out on the road, right before he went to go and do his residency in Las Vegas. And I'm watching. This, I'm like, no, this is before the Fat Elvis. And I'm like,
I know.
I'm watching. Damn,
is it before or after he learned kung fu?
Oh, he learned kung fu. He learned it in the 50s, man, late 50s.
Yeah, hearing that early on.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
And I'm watching. I'm like, this guy's one cool ass motherfucker. Damn.
Elvis, yeah.
I'm like, he's singing. He starts singing. He starts singing "Get Back" during one of his songs. Get back to where you once belong. I'm like,
karate.
He's
learned
making
karate.
He learns. Yeah,
He's a karate king.
I'm a karate king. Yeah,
I'm sorry. That was so cheesy.
But I'm like, it's like
They
All you
call
gotta
this Shotokan karate. I'm gonna do some katas here on stage while I fart into this microphone. Excuse me.
They put Elvis in the movies. Couldn't even act.
You
He just had
know,
to sing his lines.
was it true that his wife had them put extra shower heads in, like waist level, because he didn't really clean up so good?
I don't know. Well, they're coming for. They're gonna come for him again. They tried. He's tried canceling him a couple different times. They're gonna come for him again.
Elvis,
You just know it.
we got to win this race. We
I
got to
don't think
win
they can
the
because
race.
his like a lot of his estate is is tied up with Scientology. Like, isn't his ex-wife and Lisa Marie? They're all in that. So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
so I don't think they can come for Elvis.
You
So
want
who's
some
gonna be? Who's going to be the four horsemen of the apocalypse? Sean Connery, Elvis, who
John
else are we gonna
Wayne.
throw in? John
Yeah,
Wayne.
well, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You got Kathleen Kennedy. You got J.J. Abrams. You've got
They don't even know how to
Alex
ride
Kurtzman.
horses.
JJ Abrams was
Alex
he's one of the
Kurtzman.
lame.
Kathleen Kennedy would show up with a dog.
Yeah.
Roger Haynes sends in a Canadian super sticker of $1.99. I believe that's a thumbs up. I'm taking a guess in the wind there.
I picture like Frank having a big Rottweiler and get just like growling at all little Kathleen Kennedy's little like.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got a Velociraptor, motherfucker.
What a saddle.
Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to say that.
It is a
It's
thumbs up.
animatronic or whatever he calls it. It's not real. It really is real. It will bite your fucking head off.
That
I
is
seen
Roger's thumb up. That is a thumbs up.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
Good man always sends us a thumbs up for the show. Always here, always showing support, and that's one thing I can never thank you guys out there enough for the support you guys do show us. We appreciate you guys. We notice you guys here every time, like the regulars, like Jason, of course, who's been on the show, Matt Deckard, Cosmo, all you guys, Annabelle. We see you in the chat all the time, and Tiberius, of course, always coming in with the super chats like this one. Says the following canceled by the Ministry of Truth: Popeye's Chicken, Mortal Kombat, White Claw, Married with Children, and Girl Scout cookies. The Ministry of Truth, building a better world for you. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Popeye's okay. Now it's personal. You cancel Popeye's chicken.
Blow
And
me
Girl
down.
Scout cookies.
Who's messing with my chicken? It's Bluto.
No, I want Popeye's chicken again.
Wrong Popeye.
I don't care. When I hear Popeye, that's all I think about.
I love that movie.
That or Popeye Doyle.
Bluto's Bill Drat Barge is still one of the best rides at
You ever
Universal.
pick your toes in Poughkeepsie?
No.
Brightest Day says, I've said it before, I'll say it again. We'll have it hit peak wokeness when they release Black Snow White and Kuda Diop. If
Whoa.
I said that right. Kodia Diop?
Kodia Diop?
Yeah,
I think they should call it Snow Black and put vampires in it.
Snow Black.
Mm.
There you go. Write that as a comic, dude. Fezman 93 says,
There's
I love
anything else.
Yeah, I love PC Principles introduction in South. That was a way ahead of it. Well, it wasn't so much ahead of its time as it was just on the curve, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, because they knew this shit was coming.
Yeah,
Of anybody
PC
knew.
babies are great.
remember PCU? I mean, we saw
Yes.
back.
Mm.
That was an awesome movie. And if anybody hasn't seen PCU, it's like it's part of the prerequisites for
Ooh.
life.
Just for that, we're opening them.
I'm
Where
not-
did you
know
get
what?
these smuggled goods, Becca?
Considering if they're actually trying to if they're trying to cancel Girl
Gimme,
Scout
gimme,
cookies for
gimme.
real, I'm not even going to remind people that you can get the same fucking cookies at the dollar store for less.
Right here, Mecca. Come on, throw me one. Throw me one. Throw me one.
And they're even made in the same fucking
We
factories.
got one of them.
Fresman says with that's £5 says, I love PC. Oh, we already got that one. Jesus Christ, Tom. Glinzer, thank you for that. Glinzer says, knock, knock, who's there? I can't say because it might offend you. 21st century comedy.
That's good.
That's
That's
true.
really
There you go.
Oh, we were telling.
South Africa.
You know what, Rob? Right there. There's the opening to your new act. Steal that from Glinzer.
This morning, we did a
where's
last
my-
minute stream, Tom. That invited you on, and we ended up telling bad Latino jokes.
Oh man, I just miss the days when everybody could just sit around and have fun with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I hate about Latino jokes?
Can I tell
I
one?
don't like the
Okay.
punchlines because I don't speak Spanish.
No. Well, actually, what I
It's the worst part.
okay, here's one. Here's one, guys. Here's one. And if anyone gets it in the chat, then raise your hand. What did the lowrider say to the one-legged Asian woman hitchhiking? Say it again. What did the lowrider say to the one-legged Asian woman hitchhiker?
I don't know.
I should know this. I'm racist enough. I should know it.
He said, "Hop on, esa."
See,
Okay.
I don't get.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
I've heard that one
It's a
before.
play on words, right? Because a Japanese person is Japonés, right? But it's also play on
Hop
on
on
English.
in. That's,
Hop
gotcha.
on esa, like hop on in. Hop
Yeah.
on essa.
Okay.
Hey, we got some laughs. Look, got Josh.
I gotcha. I
Got
gotcha.
Freddie
I haven't heard that
Delgado.
Larry sends in $2. Says, ban books. What dystopian world is this? No kidding. We got a super sticker from Stephanie Littlepage. Let me see if I can bring up what that is.
You know, the books they're banning are Dr. fucking Seuss.
Right? No shit. Dr. fucking Seuss. What kind of fucked up
There's-
backwards ass shit
by
is
the
this?
time they get to books that actually have themes and messages, it'll be 50 years from now.
No
we
shit.
got really nothing to worry about. I mean, they did cancel the Great Butter Battle, which is a great story. But beyond that,
Well, you know what's next, actually, is if they haven't already in most places, going to be like Huck Finn and all that stuff.
Huck
Um,
Finn's
Well, they tried with Huck Finn,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Tom
okay.
Sawyer
Look at this.
a few
Look at
years
this,
ago.
guys.
Uncle
Guys,
Tom's
so
Cabin is another one.
can I just butt in real quick?
Sure.
A lot of people loving the joke. I type in phonetically "hop on essa," deleted by Google moderator team.
Wow.
Paul Taylor just did LOL hop on, comma essa. What the
Wow. Well, I know the censors have been
At least they
really
speak Spanish.
fucking sensitive.
Oh no, they're on. They got someone in there that I've been marked a lot lately.
Yeah, I remember you were trying to do a few things, and I know last 2
Mhm.
days we've had a lot of people have their comments deleted by like
Mhm.
YouTube, Google thingy or whatever.
Anyways.
I know
Google mod.
we give Bezos shit for Amazon and for for a lot of things, but hey, Bezos, Musk, if you're out there, perfect time to create an alternative to YouTube.
Well, Amazon kind of already has, but it's a little too exclusive. Stephanie Littlepage sent in a poopy sticker. That's what it was. Thank you so much for that. Joseph Bienowitz, let's see what you sent us. I just closed it, of course.
Hey, those poopy stickers keep the lights on around.
Yes,
here.
they do. I'm not complaining one bit. Not one poopy bit. We've got
Starting a new hashtag.
shit. I can't see what it is no more. Do any of you guys have it up to where you can see what it is?
Which one?
No,
Who was it?
YouTube's acting weird on my end.
Yeah, I can't see what the sticker was, but thank you for that, Joseph Bienowitz.
We got a critical hit.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look.
It's a critical
It's
hit.
Critical hit.
critical
no,
hit.
no, it's a Nintendo controller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Nintendo
It's
controller.
a Super Nintendo controller.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh, fancy.
See that, StreamYard? You really need to fix this shit. I don't know why you can't bring them up there.
There's another.
Look, they only had like 30 employees. They just got in with this bigger company. Now all of a sudden you could do more stuff. They're building. They're getting there.
Yeah,
There's service called. There's another service that's like StreamYard. It's called Melon from like the same guys who run OBS. but it's not as many people though. You can only have 6 people max, even on the paid version.
Yeah, Marco. Mark. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Marco. We'll probably.
Racist.
Yeah, I'm a racist motherfucker. We were talking all Spanish there, man. No, I saw
Well,
Marco. We just went Marco.
Yeah. They're now taking down Spanglish jokes. There you
Oh,
go.
for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and I don't know if we'll do like one on the main channel. I doubt that, but we might do like a round table over here on Mead.
I'm gonna watch it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I figured most of these guys will. So now everybody's saying Polo in the chat.
What did I say?
Polo.
Hey, Paulie,
Marco.
I just got a notification that you were live.
Marco Polo. Yeah, what's up?
I just got a notification that you were live this morning. So, great job notifications.
Oh, Paulie? Yeah, he was live. I was sleeping. He sent me the link. I was going to hop in.
The thing is, Jesse, we did it last minute. That's why he didn't get one.
Oh, so that's why I got the notification 12 hours late and it just popped up on my computer.
Oh, you just did it? That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, we told some nice tasteless jokes at the end.
All right,
They're only off by 12 hours.
Speaking of tasteless, is there anything left of this article, Rob?
There's a lot. Not a
Yeah, there is, but I
worth of shit. I know you just read it, Paulie. So, was there any highlights that you remembered from?
Yeah. If there's another article, you can go on. I mean,
nothing that's that great.
In other news, I bought a Penguin cigarette holder. It only cost me $1.
Just the pussy I've been looking
I
for.
had eBay bucks. I had eBay bucks, so it's like most of the price was off of it.
I mean, it kind of wraps itself at the end where Stewart says, you know, my family did like Gone with the Wind, shows you can enjoy a film even as you're critiquing it. It's like, well, why don't you put that first? Why don't you? Why don't they always do that?
Yeah, but the thing is, they sat down to watch it for the first time ever just to look with a notebook for things that are wrong with it, as opposed to even trying to get what the theme of the work is. Because movies used to have these things called themes, and they're pretty fucking neat.
Well, we should have saw this coming with the music and other things too, with like the whole, the Christmas song that was considered rapey. What the hell was it again?
Yeah,
Maybe It's Cold Outside.
Maybe It's Cold Outside and shit
I
like
like that song.
Who doesn't? It's a sweet fucking song. How do you get from that it's rapey?
By a married couple.
You know why? Because it was a successful courting. They don't like successful courting. It doesn't go well with the population at all. Mm-hmm.
God forbid there's actual straight sex happening.
They don't like seduction.
They'd be okay with it if they had a last verse where they gave the child over to the state to be raised.
No, the whole first verse is about getting a permission slip signed.
I have to say, Jesse, you're looking quite suave with that. You need like glasses.
Monocle in the top hat.
You need a monocle, yeah.
Right.
Where am I going to get a purple top hat?
Same place you got that eBay.
Amazon.
Yep. Hold on, purple top.
You got to learn how to talk like Burgess Meredith.
Oh God, that's hard.
Do you know where the whole came from?
Well,
Burgess Meredith, part of it, yeah, but the other part of it is his, because he had that damn thing in his mouth the whole time.
Oh, that's why you talk like that.
He had that thing in his mouth all the time, yeah.
Yeah, well, not only that, it was a real cigarette that he had to smoke. He just quit smoking like a few years before he took that role. So
that sucks.
His wance was him trying to cover his cough as well as like holding on to that thing so he doesn't drop out of his mouth.
Yeah, I tried putting a normal cigarette in here. It was weird. This is not a normal cigarette.
I figured as much. Just the fact that you have that. All right.
Anything less would not be Jesse.
I keep myself entertained. It's the little things.
Oh shit. All right. I see you got this other thing in here. We'll get to that, Mecca. But first I want to grab this real quick. There's 2 quick stories we can run through here super, super fast. Fast and the Furious 9 is postponed for a 3rd time.
Good. Fuck it.
And,
Why are you making this movie?
Minions,
saw the
it's already
poster. I'm
made.
like,
It's already
really?
over. It's already done.
Why?
It's already been made, Jesse.
Yeah, but why?
Because they're
Jesse-
going to make 10 of them.
Jesse,
They make money.
top hat from Amazon, $13.31.
1331. Is that going to be a decent top hat for such a steal of a price?
Not likely.
Yeah, like a costume one. Yeah, maybe.
I need a quality top hat to goof around in.
You know place downtown New Haven, Delmonico's? Delmonico's will probably be a good one.
Why are they
I
like
mean-
an actual haberdashery from old fashioned New Haven?
Yes, they are. They
are.
They are. They said they specialize in hats. They send hats all over the world.
I mean, that's all I wear on my show.
We
When
sell
when I
hats.
go live, I wear my fedoras.
Where do you think I get all my Kangles from?
Cankles? You got cankles?
I always
No,
wondered if Fedorable had something to do with fedoras.
His Rick Nielsen hats.
No, my
And then
Samuel.
when I have a real special show, I'll put on the Panama hat.
Yeah.
You know, don't mind me. I'm just
Well, you know Samuel L. Jackson, and you know it.
anytime I have a chance to wear my hats, I love it.
See, that looks like you're either like on vacation or you're like that one white guy in a white suit making a drug deal in Argentina.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, that was very specific.
I
No,
was
this is
gonna
like-
say,
There's
Absolutely.
always that guy in the movies. It's a white guy in a white suit, and they sit down at a table outside somewhere, and it's all tropical, and they do some kind of dirty deal.
Well, you got to dress as pure as the color of the drugs you're buying, right? So
yeah,
But this whole suit is made out
Gotta
of
have-
cocaine.
gotta have Guayaberas on. You know,
Cocaine.
but this is actually a Panama. The thing about Panama hats is that they're not made in Panama. None of them are.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. It's a style, but
I was
it's
waiting for him to start singing,
from
actually.
Veracruz. Oh, yeah.
Y'all jump right to the like fucking
What's
drunk and shit.
I know, right?
You know, it's funny. My buddy,
These are jerks.
his dad grew up in Texas, and they got the cowboy hats, and they look inside of them, and they were made in Connecticut. It's like the cowboy hats are made in Connecticut. Like, what sense does that make?
well, didn't they at the Old West? They used to wear bowlers more often than the cowboy hat that we see in the films.
I
Yeah.
love bowlers caps, man. I think they're the coolest hat. That's why I always have one on my GTA guy.
Damn newsy hats.
Roger Haynes says, "Woohoo! Got a raise today. Here, have some money." Well, thank you, Roger Haynes. That's awesome. Glad to
Congrats.
hear you got a raise. That's awesome. What do you do? If you don't
Canadian.
mind sharing, it is Canadian. You can just share that in the chat. You don't have to super chat us again. Just let me know. I'm curious what you do. If you don't want to tell us though, that's more than okay. Cesario JPN says the Fast and the Furious died when they got rid of street racing. Also, Craig Lieberman on YouTube has some crazy behind the scenes stories on the cars. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the series, so like I'm really only covering this for the fans out there that are listening. And Rob, I love your joke about the Fast and the Furious. You generally tell about every other week,
Yeah.
but it is true.
It's not really a joke. It's just F9 postponed for a third time. Minion sequel pushed to 2022. Universal Pictures is pumping the brakes on the latest Man Drive Car Fast entry. F9,
Because it translates into any language.
yeah, any language except in this country, because oh my god, they're driving. Oh, why aren't they using
Toxic masculinity.
Just full of toxic masculinity. Oh, my car culture is so toxic.
Is it sad that the
It's
Fast?
about family.
I was gonna say, isn't it sad that one of the last bastions of any kind of male toxicity of any kind is the Fast and Furious franchise?
Maybe that's why they're postponing it.
They're just, I hate to step on any toes, but they're just so bad. They're not good movies.
No,
I
they're
don't
not.
expect them to be, but
Mm-mm.
you know what? I don't begrudge their existence because, as I just said, they're one of the last things we seem to have that actually allow guys to be guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to begrudge them that at all. I've never seen them all. I literally watched like the first third of the first movie, and I'm like, nope, this is not for me. I'm done. I'm good. And I'm not a Vin Diesel fan to begin with, though.
No, neither am I. I'm sorry.
But you're right. At this
I don't
point,
know why.
anything that martial arts movies and car movies, bring them on.
Mm.
Right? Yeah. Anything exploitation. Whatever happened to that?
That's why I'm looking forward to this Nicolas Cage masterpiece.
Right? Yeah. Like, we just need. Is that how we've gotten to this point where I'm willing to accept some of the shit that I would never watch back in the day because it was horrible, but I'd watch it now just to get a breath of fresh air?
Yes.
Lowering the bar, man. That's what they're doing.
I love that cartoon that Michael Bancroft did with Ethan Van Sciver. You had all these blue-haired weirdos come in and say, "Nice hobby you got there."
Bring up the PSA.
Oh, about
yeah, how do you know when to spot a SJW as opposed to a punk star or whatever, a punk rocker or whatever?
Okay, well, I gotta find it.
Oh yeah.
Not Mecca. I know you got it. I love that.
Okay, Mecca. Yeah, it's easier if you did it, if you don't mind.
If I did what? Which one?
The PSA for the SJWs.
The SJW test. Let me.
While you
find
guys
it.
are looking for that, Joey Hollywood Films, thank you for that. I like your little logo there. It looks like VHS. That's really cool. Said $5. Says, Paramount Plus is airing all the Star Trek pilots live on YouTube. It has now reached Kurtzman Trek, and now there's a lot of fighting in the comments.
Go. We got to get in on that, Tom.
Oh no, I don't want to be there.
No, we just gotta look at the comment section.
Oh no. Oh, we'll see. We'll go look at it and see here. Okay, let's check this out.
SJW. SJWs, or social justice warriors, are everywhere these days. As such, it might be easy to confuse them with punk rockers. In this instructional video, we will provide you with easy-to-follow tips on how to identify SJWs in your community. So, you might be asking, how will I know what to look for? If you suspect you've encountered one, here are some easy-to-follow simple rules. If they have dyed hair, glasses, a laid-back attitude, and a Ramones t-shirt, then you have a punk rocker. But if they have blue hair, duck lip, big glasses, tight attitude, a t-shirt that reads "Meat is murder" and bangs, and if they think by rioting in the name of every big box store and big tech corporation in America is punk rock, well, they're a wokier than thou social justice warrior, fighting for whatever the people at Brand Corporation say. If they're screaming about representation and are white with blonde hair, then you've got an SJW or social justice warrior. If they say, "I love The Last Jedi's diversity," then you've probably got an employee of the Lucasfilm family. If they're on Twitter more hours than they sleep per day, then you've got a social justice warrior. And finally, if someone is dressed like a lumberjack but lives 100 miles from the nearest tree, then chances are you have a writer for the latest Marvel comic, if there's still a thing by the time this video is out. Remember, nobody likes social justice warriors. Now, with these simple tips, you can help identify and avoid social justice warriors in your community.
Oh, guys, you're not going to believe this. We actually, for just a few minutes there, we had more viewers than they did. They just surpassed us barely. Oh, well, they're falling back, though.
What is this?
They're falling back. This is, I guess, Paramount is doing a thing where they're showing the first episode of all the Star Treks ever.
So go into their chat and tell them to come over here.
Yeah, right. Let's see.
What do you mean? Yeah, right. Do it.
We were told that there was some fighting. We'll go back as far as we can here. The ratings were the lowest ratings, no matter how the measure of them. Burnham's show arguing methodology isn't the point. Least successful Star Trek. She also killed their normal leader in failed attempt to capture him. And Sarek was correct. It would have avoided them as saying, "We come in peace." The airing happened recently during season 3. They can't count those the same first round number. Oh, whatever. There's a defender.
Do you have a link to this?
Yeah, I can grab that.
I have to laugh at these.
This is supposed to be Star Trek. It looks.
I
so
wonder if
boring.
they'll take it down after the fact, though.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, because you
know.
could go back and look at these comments, because otherwise, yeah. I just like Star Trek.
It'll say chat disabled.
It was about to be.
So these guys are live right now.
Both had successful premieres on stream.
Somebody do a
Whoa,
pirate
whoa.
raid and go get us some more of them people over here.
Wait, this is the official Star Trek site? And
Yeah.
we only have 400
Yeah, just
people?
put in the chat. Don't watch it through Paramount YouTube channel. Come over to MEAD and watch us watch it.
I'll just watch it.
Watch us make fun of it.
Who's gonna do
watch
it?
you watch it.
Slow-mo is on.
We're not
Yeah.
really,
Ooh,
we're
they
not
just
really
put it on
watching it. It's just
slow-mo,
this
guys.
one image.
They just put a slow motion on the stream.
Enjoy
Chat.
being blocked.
Jake Picard, great.
You're unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Will Wheaton.
Hello.
It's
See
amazing.
Tiberius Monk saying, "I can watch Tom Connors on Mead."
I'm getting there.
It's amazing though how far this Star Trek has fallen. It used to be, it's a niche friend. It's a niche.
I think I recognize this motherfucker.
It used to be the hoity-toity sci-fi to
This
watch.
is funny.
Now it's
Yeah, some of the guys who used to come at us all the time.
There's
think
one
so.
guy that says a fun fact:
Probably.
Captain Picard orders only Earl Grey 5 times in the next
yes.
generation.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like I pointed out that the red shirts don't die any more than any of the other shirts. In fact, I think it was the
Gold.
blue shirts or gold. They are the gold.
Yeah, the old guys more.
Yeah.
The Frenchman with an English accent.
We say
That's awesome.
Who's that Irish guy that was always on the original series and nobody
Annabelle.
talks about?
Who's in the
Riley?
first 2 episodes?
no Kyle.
Kyle.
He's the
Yeah, the one who
transporter
sings.
engineer. He's the transporter engineer. Kyle.
Oh wait, you mean Cole Meany?
Hey, did you
Oh,
notice?
he's,
Next
he's
gen.
like an Irishman.
Okay.
And he
Trey
doesn't
Johnson.
even up that once.
This is the
Oh,
problem.
they just turned on the slow mode. It looks like.
That's
It
what I
was
was,
on,
that's what I was
like,
telling you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did that a minute ago with me. But do you notice that their numbers went up because of us?
Yeah, they jumped up
Yeah,
a
I
little bit.
opened them in a window. That's my bad. I'm watching it.
Oh, I'm
watching their
watching it.
stream.
As long as you're saying it sucks.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not type. Oh, they'll ban me the second I say anything.
Oh my god, it's unbelievable. It's a
Yeah,
miracle.
the slow
I'm
mode
not
is-
blocked by their official Twitter account yet.
I have. I have. They blocked me before I knew. But like, I think I just responded to. They had a tweet out one day. What crew would you want to be most stranded with? And I tweeted a picture of the Orville crew because I thought they'd be the most competent.
They
Oh,
all
wow.
Killed.
Dude, Tom, you got all your people in there. Oh my god.
Worst episode of the Orville ever, you guys.
You know, we can almost double the viewers here.
Well, what you should do, Tom, is we double it, right? And then everyone
Back
leave.
out. Yeah, now everybody leave. Here's the link, guys. Open it up in another tab.
Wow.
Don't leave this tab though.
Right, don't leave.
Oh, it jumped on me. Shit. Oh, they did the slow mode. Yeah. Oh, they knew
Yeah.
shit was coming.
They knew it's coming, and they're all like,
Ew, lower decks. Ew.
ugh,
Oh,
stupid.
Trolls are gonna troll. Yes, we are. In this case, we're gonna
Holler.
troll. You know what? We've been trolled for how many years, Mecca?
Yeah, these assholes have been harassing me for years. They've been trying to bother me, get me banned. They've got this one bully who's like, "Oh, you blocked my other account, and you said you wouldn't." I don't fucking care. I don't answer to you. I don't answer to some goddamn Trek troll.
Mecca, do
Sorry,
you have
Mecca.
Fuck these
I
people.
wasn't
Fuck
laughing at you.
people.
Someone wrote in the cast fire Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, they deleted
we
Tiberius
still have
Monk's.
their full names, Jesse. I'll just tweet out their full
They
names.
deleted Tiberius Monk's
Stalking
message
me.
here.
What did he
Don't.
say?
I don't know what did you say, Tiberius, that they didn't allow you to say? They
I don't know,
deleted
but,
your deleted your comment.
New
there.
rules. This is funny, man.
Mecca, do you still have
Start a trans robot now.
Mecca, do you
This
still
isn't Moesha. What the heck? Don't tell him you're.
Now, I have never watched an episode of Picard. It looks god awful. What is that?
It is.
Oh my god, it is horrendously bad. You know, when you're watching Star Trek Discovery and you say this is bad, how could it get any worse? Oh, it gets worse.
Chat is disabled for this live stream. Damn. No,
No,
shut
really?
down. Shut down.
Did they
Really?
just shut it down?
Yeah, Chad is disabled.
No.
No, you probably got banned.
That was
from it.
fast.
Yourselves. Go over.
now leave the down vote and peace
I'm
out.
gonna tell
back
my
to
my Spanish
We
joke.
weren't spamming.
Some guy called you edgelord. So
Why is
great.
Professor X in Star Trek?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
wait a minute! I'm in our chat. Oops.
Wrong chat.
Oh no, they did.
They
Shut
did.
it down.
Yeah, we did.
Nice, hey guys. Good job.
Good job.
Oh, good job, guys. We didn't even do anything. We didn't even do anything.
Okay, now everyone leave.
Yeah, now
Everyone,
everybody leave. Make sure you leave. But yeah, fuck them
Nice.
now.
And there's no, you can't even comment on it.
Nope.
Comments are
no.
disabled too.
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome. Oh shit.
Holy God.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for
They
that.
had one guy with channel owner rights, and he was like, "Wait a minute, they have as many viewers as we do. Shut it down!
Shut it down. We had more. That's what I'm saying. We had more. We brought like 50 viewers over there.
Yeah, that's not good for them."
Okay, everyone except for Tom, close your window so we can I don't know.
Leave
See
the
how
thumbs
bad it
down.
dropped?
See how bad it drops. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see here. I'll bring it back up.
Or
on
just,
mine.
report the brutal fight scene when they smash Soji's heads in.
You guys aren't leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
half of you have left at least.
What is with Alex Kurtzman Trek that they got to rip out everybody's left eye?
I don't know.
Fetish.
I'm curious how many people were watching earlier when Real Trek was playing, though.
It was under 300, under 400 when we popped in.
They only have 400 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like they only have 400 thumbs up, and it's been
I
live
bet you they
9
had
hours.
twice the audience for the
And it's an IP that's existed since the 1960s.
We have 250. Hit the thumbs up.
Three.
We gotta. Everybody in chat, we gotta outdo them
Yes.
for thumbs up. They're at 465. We can beat them.
Oh, we have to. Yeah.
We have to beat
Come
them.
on,
Everybody
everyone.
give a thumbs up.
Hey, your Muslim uncle, Steven Salcedo. What's up, guys?
No, thumbs up here. Yeah, thumbs them down. Who cares about that?
It's all viewer
Thumbs up
interaction.
here.
Use the buttons. All of the buttons.
Yeah.
We gotta have more thumbs up than they do.
That was fun. Oh my god, that
It
was
was. I can't believe they just shut it down like that. They're like, "Oh
The
no."
best part is you
we
guys
don't-
were great. All you guys said was you just came from here. You guys didn't really say anything else.
Mm-mm.
You weren't saying anything mean. You weren't
We
saying
have it documented. We have it documented, and they can say, and they can, just clip. You should clip that, Tom.
I got it. Well, we got it live on here, but yeah, I just let Andre know. I'm curious what he'll think about
Yeah,
it.
just clip that segment. Maybe upload it if Andre allows it. Upload it to the main channel and state, see, we were respectful. We didn't say anything, and they just ran and hid. This is what they did at Star Trek Las
I think
Vegas too.
Yeah. That's the kind of the feeling he's going to get when he reads
Annabelle
that.
said mean things. He did.
At first, he's going to be like, well, that's pretty impressive. He's gonna be like, wait a minute, what did you say?
Exactly. That's what his first thought. What the fuck? I let him know everybody come in and just said that they came from Midnight's Edge and they shut down the chat.
Yeah. Everyone hit the like.
You had
button,
it on your
guys.
screen. You could see
We're
it.
up to 303. Come on, let's keep it climbing. Keep it climbing.
Just tell them to watch around hour 15 minutes.
Yeah. Stephanie Littlepage sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. Says a little off topic, but the CDC has updated the zombie preparedness page on their website.
What?
Yes, that's the thing.
Wow.
Oh my
What
God.
did they add?
Oh, we need to see this.
That's
Headshots.
almost
Yeah,
like
we do.
that's a stream for
Yeah, they're
somebody
going to be
right
like,
there.
rule number 1, cardio. Rule number 2, double tap.
Yep. No, that's something I don't know if we get into here per se, but like that's definitely for somebody's stream. They could definitely
Exos.
have some
Do
fun
they,
with
do they Exos on anymore?
Why are zombies not movies? They're real life now.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
you can't
I was
cover it
curious.
on the movie channel.
Tiberius Monk sent a super chat in and says they deleted my comment. Yeah, I saw that. It said it was innocent fun. I didn't even see what you got to say. I didn't get down there in time. You'll have to let us know what you said. And then we've got another super chat. Where'd it go?
Why was Professor X in Star Trek TikTok?
That was a good one. The chat shut down just as I said Doomcock says hi.
Ooh, that's a trigger for
That's a
them.
very sore spot for them. They hate us, but they really hate him
Mm.
because they don't know who he is. And that bothers them, I'm sure.
It's funny that like a corporation like that just can't find out who a fucking YouTuber is.
You
You
guys
think that would be easy?
like on the way out? I don't know if we should do that, but no, that was funny.
I
funny.
did. Fuck them.
Yeah,
I was not
funny.
enjoying their content. That's why it's there.
I see if you really have a problem with the brutality in Picard, I mean, you can absolutely report them if you choose to. I'm not saying you should, but I mean, if you really hate how violent and gory and
That is a little
disgusting these
violent.
shows are,
Reporting stuff like it takes too long. They threaten your channel right in the report.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to promote that. But no, I just let they got their little safe space now, and guess what? They can. Now, we didn't do shit. Now they can't talk. Oh well. They just.
Well, no. Now they're going to have panels about how they were traumatized, and
by 40 people.
Put more disclaimers.
In other news, I couldn't find a purple top.
Jesse,
hat.
I want that fucking shirt.
What? This one I got at this fancy pants store called Walmart.
I want that shirt. But they don't make big fat kid shirts at Walmart.
Dude, like, I don't know what's up with stores. Like, I have a Kohl's card, so once in a blue moon, I'll go in there and I'll like buy like kitchen stuff or something. Because it's like I can't buy shirts there because they're like European cut or something. They're made for tiny little fuckers.
I know, right? They always have.
You get an extra large. It's like this is a medium, homeboy.
I know. That's what bothers me is they always have some cool designs and shit too. But
yeah, it's like the one shirt you want that's only in small.
It's made for hipster. It's the whole hipster. They still haven't gotten past the whole hipster skinny jeans.
Don't even get me started on the fucking jeans.
But actual nerd need clothing. It reminds me of
got you some free promotion
like,
from
what
the
kind of
chat.
Star Trek fan wears a medium belt?
Yes. And Fezman, thank you so much for that. That was funny. You guys did it, and you did good. You didn't do anything mean, and they can't really say we did anything wrong.
No, you just did a channel raid. You gave them viewers, and they shut down their chat because they got all skirty.
A bunch of pussies. Godzillionaire says Star Trek channel mod is screaming Connor. Oh, that is good.
Check the private chat time.
Oh, that is good. Oh, what happened now? What we got? Guy in the chat shakes no.
Oh, Mecca. That nice, Mecca.
Oh, is that in our chat or where's that at?
Our chat, yeah.
Where's it at? Where is he at? Let me find him.
Well, Mecca deleted him.
Oh, Mecca, what'd you do that for? Oh, it should still show up on my end here.
Timeout.
I just timed him out.
Oh yeah.
Here it
See,
is.
here's the thing. When
we didn't do shit, Shane. We didn't do shit, Shane.
Whoa.
No. Nobody said
anything of that nature.
Look, I'm not transphobic because phobia means that you're afraid of something. I just think it's weird when you want to come off your
people I've
junk.
dealt with in Trek who are of the trans bully community are the trans bullies. So that's the one that I have a problem with specifically. This one is called they're called Taylin, is one of their Twitter account names, and they are absolutely bullying people. So maybe the trans community needs to, I don't know. If I have a problem with what Anita Sarkeesian says as a woman, and I make sure that people know that bitch doesn't speak for me, and she doesn't represent the entire community, maybe some people who, I like I said, I don't speak for the transgender community. Maybe the transgender community needs to, I don't know, start dealing with some of the bullies that like to represent the entire community, because
how about everybody just stops? How about everybody just stops the fucking drama? No one gives a fuck about anyone else enough for there to be all this bullshit going on in society.
I will say
I am fucking sorry. If you're a drama queen, you're full of shit. They've been around forever. Now they just have little labels to put on yourself to make you fucking feel better.
I will just say this, Shane.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. We got rent to pay around here.
I just got to say this, Shane, just before I let you go here. Look, you can say this all you want, and you're lucky I'm not litigious because I've got more than enough proof to take your ass to court for fucking libel. All right, so just shut your fucking mouth.
The quartering is actually threatening.
Yeah, well, I'm not the quartering, and I'm not that way.
That's the only
but
way we can fight these people back.
It's getting to that point.
Let's serve these people for.
Go ahead and spread some more fucking lies, because you're nothing but a fucking bigot yourself. Go fuck yourself. Godzillionaire says Star Trek channels mod. Yeah, we got that one. We just gave them another excuse to cry toxic fandom. Let them. We got the proof. We didn't do shit. All we said is we came here for midnight. We gave them viewers, and they shut it down. Fucking dumbass.
Now you're over here, so enjoy the show. Just chill the fuck out.
I think it was KK who shut it down because someone said fire cake.
We hurt their fifis that much? Really?
I don't trust anybody whose initials are one letter away
I'm
from
going
a
to
clan.
shut everything down.
Those little Trek trolls shouldn't be such big babies anyway. Like, quit appropriating our fandom and trying to throw us out the back end. If you don't like it anyway, you don't like Star Trek, you just like to complain and troll people, you're nothing but a bunch of bullies, you're nothing but a bunch of toxic people yourselves. You hate based on the color of people's skin, you hate people based on their sexuality, you have no reason to exist without your miserable little Twitter handles and your miserable little campaigns against people, because you have nothing in your lives. And if you actually had personalities outside of your little Twitter accounts, then you know what? You wouldn't be fucking stalking YouTube channels. You would actually be out there enjoying your shit. So if you for 1 second actually even wanted to pretend like you like this stuff, go fucking watch it. Don't worry about what we say. Block us. But you don't actually like watching the show. You like starting drama and you like starting shit with other people. You're sad, pathetic little children. You haven't grown up. You have no value to society, and you're mad because you're worthless, pathetic, and you have nothing to offer anybody.
Well, Shane, I think you need to relax with a nice peanut butter banana sandwich. Thank you very much.
Don't cross Mecca. I'd also like to add on to that. If you go to a Star Trek convention, stop clogging up the fucking bar. You get your drink and you move to the side. You half these people, man, they're sitting there in these tunics. They look like dresses, and they're crying in their drink. I'm trying to order a damn drink.
Well, this is why we went off to like the Strip instead of their stupid Star Trek convention.
They turned the chat back on.
Oh, they turned the chat back on.
See, now everybody's happy.
Oh.
Let me put some Vaseline on your asshole and move along.
All right, now everybody go back over there and just say
and they're
goodnight
too fucking
to
scared
see
to
what
actually
happens again.
say anything to us anyway. We walk right through. How can you miss me? If they really wanted to know anything about me, they could have had my real name. They could have had any information they wanted to about me, had they not been a bunch of fucking cowards and avoided me because they're a bunch of scared little children who don't actually understand how people who are actually bullied in the fucking 80s for being nerds can actually fucking deal with these people. We're to the point where we're tired of being shoved in lockers. We're gonna start shoving them back. And if they don't fucking like it, they can leave us the fuck alone and they can shut us off. They can block us on social media. They can ignore the fuck out of us. If they want to fight, then they can fucking bring it. I'm going to fight them. I'm going to fucking fight every goddamn one of them. I'm not going anywhere. They're not going to bully me out of my shit.
I'm not laughing at Mecca. Steven's like, why is the professor in a wheelchair, not in his wheelchair?
Yeah, I thought this was an ad. I thought the Paramount thing was the little skip.
Yeah, just say Midnight's Edge sent us to see what happens. Rumor they'll air Prodigy at the end of the stream. Probably a load of BS, but that is what they're saying. Joey, you could be well, I don't know now, because here the thing is that show was supposed to premiere on Nickelodeon, and now it's premiering on Paramount Plus first. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, slow mode is on.
Yeah. Ozzy rules.
No, we can't. Listen, we can't tell anybody to go over there. Okay, we're not saying go over there. But if you happen to find yourself of your own accord over there, well, we can't stop you, right?
Hey, if you get to
don't be mean.
Wait. I never watched this crap. Is this kid in the beard supposed to be Spock?
Not this one.
No, that's Beardy McBearderson.
That's still Kurtzman's type.
He's a different one.
That's Kurtzman's type, though.
Yeah, Kurtzman's got a boner for beard boys.
Because I would say his ears look like they're too big for his head. Like they stick out too much.
I love it. We can see at least the messages that are getting deleted, which aren't even anything bad from what I can see.
I'd say fucking flag them every time you see the brutality and the fighting. That has no business being on YouTube. If they're flagging me for my own tits and for my own cleavage, flag their asses.
Well,
I don't care.
Tom is a sensitive lover.
I like science.
I like science.
I like science.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
What fresh hell is this? Don't be mean, guys. Don't be mean, guys. I shouldn't have been mean in the first place. One ear splat and one is sticking out is screwing with my OCD.
It is. His right ear is out and his other ear is in.
Somebody's saying Doomcock and Midnight Red rules. That's still up.
La Bamba.
I like fuck. This isn't the Orville.
This is the Orville.
There was right. Hill the Phantom Menace.
Oh, it must be blocked in Canada. Blue Herring's like, not available in Canada. Why not? Canadians.
They deleted
Captain Robert April.
For intelligent discussion. Overlord DVD says hi. Fire Kathleen Kennedy.
This is too good. I love that they're deleting the tweets. The messages.
Oh my god!
Wow, the Babylon 5
remasters look meh.
We know Cesario JPN.
Current Star Trek has made Filipinos look bad in Picard and Lower Decks. Lower Decks is great. Love the third season of Discovery too.
Kurtzman cannot survive Friday Night Tights. Love you, Tom.
Slow mode.
What's with all the colorful metaphors? Is Kurtzman going to steal my comments for the next script? I'm all
going to get banned.
Yes, we do like science, and now I'm pouting.
Like I said, don't be mean, guys. Just be nice or goofy.
Extra points if you're funny.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, that's what they want. They want us to come in there and be trolls and be assholes. But as long as we're just goofing around, there's nothing they can really do. I mean, and even if they block us, though,
they shut me off.
Just start quoting them. Just start quoting.
Yeah. You know what, Shane? You can laugh, but guess what? I got proof. What did I say? What did I say, motherfucker? That was transphobic.
Chat's disabled.
The little fucker.
They disabled it again.
Huh? Yeah. What did I say? You little bitch?
Is down.
No, you can call me something. Come on, fucker.
Down.
Come at me. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
I'm tired of these people. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired of them too.
I gotta say, retired Microsoft employee. That's come on. If you're gonna BS, be creative. Everybody on the internet,
be creative, man. Just like I got a girlfriend in Canada, right?
Everybody on the internet is either a former IT professional, an ex-Navy SEAL, or an Ultimate Fighter. Come on, say you're a shortstop for the.
They're showing Lower Decks. There's plenty of violence and gore and nudity to flag on this one.
Oh yeah, there ain't even
flagging nothing. Just let them go. Just let them have their fucking fun.
They can't. The chat's gone.
Well, we didn't say nothing to shut it down. They did it themselves. They can't blame us.
Nobody on the internet.
They need to learn how to work their buttons.
You think it was the La Bamba thing I said?
Dude, they don't like La Bamba. They're a bunch of racists. Bigots.
Mm-hmm. Sister Harold sent in $5. I don't know if Google deleted your message or not, but thank you so much for that. If you didn't say anything, thank you. If not, just let us know again. Andrew Pitko says, I want to see 4chan destroy Paramount Plus like they did Tumblr. I think CBS All Access did a great job of destroying Paramount Plus, if you ask me.
They're more than capable of doing it to themselves.
Exactly. It won't let Morbid Fury in the chat because he's in Australia. It's obviously blocked for regions.
This is a company that pays $41 million a year for Trevor Noah. I mean, come on. Shows where that's money well spent. That has Conan O'Brien ratings.
Conan O'Brien used to be funny, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, Shane was part of the Xbox Live Police enforcement team for years.
Awesome. That is policy, not police. He can't.
Speaking of which, I had an old.
Why are you here, Shane? Nobody wants you here. Like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Give him a week. Have him come on.
What are you gonna say? You want to come on? Yeah,
it's cool. Come on. You get in a box. You talk to people. It's great.
What did we do to you?
And we're posting content.
I'll make some coffee.
Timestamp 58124. That's where she takes a gash out of his leg.
We could just talk about old Star Trek episodes. Do anything you want, man. It's YouTube. They own this show.
SHS Rebels sends a $4.99 super sticker. Let me see what it is. Let's see here. It is a little pear guy doing a celebration with what do you call those things when you and they God dang it.
Seriously,
Shane made me forget what they were. God damn it, Shane.
He has that effect on people, you know. Just
He's
like
a
every
partying guy. What
just like
annoys me.
everybody forgot what Xbox was
Shane,
when PS5 came
Do you
out.
want to come in, Shane? I'll give you the link, Shane. You reach out to me, Shane, and you can come in and you can air all your problems on here, and we'll listen to you bitch and piss and moan.
Just drop it in the chat. They're respectful. You know which one's him.
You want me to tell another
Unless you're going
joke?
to get 500 Shanes.
I can say another Spanglish joke right now.
No, that'll get us in trouble. Glenzer.
Right.
Fuck YouTube. Yes. And we got canceled. Jeremy in the chat. Awesome. Time for a damn it, Shane shirt.
You know, actually, still the best show on television now.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm
Go ahead.
irritated that there are people that will do bigoted crap to
We
get
didn't
other
do
shows.
anything. We didn't even go over there to get the channel shut down or nothing. All we did was just go over and check it
Look,
out.
I'm closer to a Bigfoot than a bigot. Okay.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay shutting it down. I'm flagging everything that they've been flagging me
How do we
for.
do
We
bigoted?
really wanted it shut down. It wouldn't be that hard, Shane.
You're a
I think
bigot,
Shane's just a
Ollie.
little,
Maybe you did giggity, but not biggity.
I think
biggity.
Shane's just a little butthurt that we got more viewers over here. That's the fucking problem. That's it, Shane.
Over there.
Shane, if it's legal in your state, please just go to your dispensary and take a chill pill.
Please do.
Or a chill pen. They work
Yeah.
very good.
Speaking of, is it 420 yet?
No,
What
it's not.
transphobic comment? Prove it, motherfucker, because nobody said it. And if they did,
Oh,
it
they
wasn't
just
from
say
here.
these things because they hate.
You are full of shit,
No, no.
Shane.
No, he's talking, Tom. He's talking about people who are afraid of transporters, like Reg Barkley. Nah, that's it.
Transporters
Exactly.
kill you.
Shane, you're losing this argument. I'll give you the link if you really want to make an argument, but you got to have some
Come on,
proof,
come on up.
motherfucker.
Come on up.
You
Come
got to
and
have
talk
some
to
proof
Yeah,
to be
get
making
on the
some shit
show.
like that.
I
Yeah,
dare you. I
honestly,
dare. I
I
bet you
won't
gonna
argue
run
it.
like a little bitch.
You know, like I'm chill.
What are you, a chicken, Shane? You little chicken? Bok, bok, bok. You're a little chicken.
Oh no!
You won't even come onto the show.
You know what the irony?
Poor
You know what the
baby.
irony is?
My DMs are open on Twitter.
Poor
No,
baby. Won't even. He probably has you blocked.
The
No, I'm
irony
sure he
is that
Becca likes to fucking twist that knife, don't she?
I'm sure he has
irony is
Tom
that
blocked
it's not
on
you
Twitter.
saying all this. That's the thing. That's the irony. It's not me that's doing that.
Talking about the Star Trek channel. Oh, so you're blaming us for what other people say. Oh, what a way to hold other people. You know what? You were on there too. Why are you? You're such a transphobe for letting that happen. Shane is such a Shane Noakes is a transphobe for allowing other people to comment on a channel that he doesn't own. You see, two people can play that game. You are a transphobe, you're a fucking racist, because we have people of all ethnicities on this panel, you goddamn stupid fucking racist, Shane. You are such a horrible little racist that you cannot understand. And you're a sexist and you're a homophobe, because I'm bisexual and I'm a woman, and you are a sexist piece of human garbage. You are a straight white male. Nobody cares what the fuck you have to say. You can go and take your little cowardly behind and your sexist, homophobic, racist ass, and
Till the handle
you can
breaks
just
off,
stick
you
your
gotta
head in
get
a
a
bucket of
doctor
water
to
and
cool
breathe
back
for
on
all I
again.
care. Nobody cares what you're saying.
I'd like to raise a practical question.
He says Mecca must be offered meds again.
Are we doing
They
Stonehenge tomorrow?
haven't. They
Damn
haven't.
it! Damn you, Rob! I was gonna fucking say that.
Can I even be a bigot if I'm a mutt?
What is it? Anti-medication. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's an anti-vaxxer.
No, I think and not only that, like Fat Steven said, so an angry woman equals offer meds. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not sexist at all.
Yeah, you're such a fucking sexist. You're a little
Who said
sexist pig.
that?
Get
Who
on
said
this
that
channel
offer
right now. I dare you if you have a pair.
My
You
DM's
don't have a
open.
child, and you don't
Okay,
even have
Mecca,
a fucking
calm
balls
down,
to
calm
say
down.
it to my face.
All right.
My
Everybody,
DM's open, Shane. Come on in. You can have a free voice. We'll let you say your
All right,
stupidity.
all right.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
tell me
not
that to my
cool.
face, or you're too sexist
You
to
know what?
do it. You're too
You know
afraid
what?
of a woman.
Imagine if Mecca was your mother. I'd be
Oh,
scared shitless the fuck up.
You're too
I'll
afraid of a
even put
woman.
Mecca in the back for a few minutes, just so you know she
Yeah.
can't get sick.
Well, you're scared of it. You're so scared of a woman.
No, that was
You're
really
so scared of
horrible.
a woman.
Come on,
and
man.
you're a homophobe because I'm bi. Fuck
So
you.
how is that?
Everybody blame him.
Let me educate you, Shane. Let me educate you, Shane. Maybe it's because you made the assumption that just because she was upset with you, she was off her meds, equaling woman who can't handle her emotions, equaling sexist fucking comment, Shane. Let me educate you, you uneducated, ignorant.
Actually, Shane, let me educate you.
Right.
We're all originate as professional trolls, so it's really not the kind of beehive you want to walk into.
Yeah, you walked into the wrong place, Shane.
Homophobe
here.
Shane.
That's why I'm not going to say anything. I'm just enjoying this back and forth because it's just like the guy doesn't even know what he's in for.
No, the sexist homophobe Shane. You have to, and he's a racist as well.
It's too bad you went down that route.
Oh, they're on lower decks now.
Because
Oh no!
I'm flagging.
I was just gonna.
Do they got a chat again?
But yeah, Shane needs to crawl back into his huge box. I gave you my DM box is open. Shane.
Coward.
Shane has too much white comfort. That's right. He's afraid of Mecca.
Go to my Twitter, see what's going on.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of Mecca.
Bothers me.
Yeah.
I am the rebellion.
I am the Democratic Party.
Flagging their nudity. There's your timestamp for nudity.
Nudity.
Oh yeah, you see. One thing about me is when I get pissed off about
You're going full
a franchise like Star Trek or something, I will make sure I get my revenge on it. So I'm just flagging all the nudity, all the gore, all the violence, all the.
You're not gonna go after any side boob, are you? Do they still
Well, no,
have
this is all
side
men
boob?
nudity. No one wants to look at that. It's a bunch of butts.
Now, Rob. Now you say the line.
Shane Noakes is a sexist homophobe, and he's a racist. Everybody tweet that out. Shane Noakes is a homophobe, so that when you search it up, when you search it up enough, when you search his name, it's just going to show up. Shane Noakes is a homophobe. He's a sexist.
Hashtag don't fuck with Mecca.
No, don't mess with Mecca. You never want to mess with Mecca, and this is why they're all a bunch of scared
personally,
pussies.
I can't get in on any of this because I'm thoroughly banned from social media platforms. It's the easiest thing. I watch TV sometimes. There's never anything on. Never a good movie.
Damn it, Shane! You derailed my show.
I'm having fun.
That was YouTube gold, Tom.
Every time I have something go wrong, I'm blaming it on Shane.
The sexist homophobe Shane. The sexist, racist homophobe.
No, I'll just blame it on Shane. God damn it, Shane. Shane, come back, Shane.
Blame it on Shane. Yeah.
Now I'm lost without Shane. I need Shane in my chat. Is Shane still? Come on, Shane. I need a lifeline here, Shane.
You're a viable part of the show now. You're like Tom's new Robin.
The little sexist baby ran.
Okay, you want to know what? I'll actually make a point to Shane. This is how you actually entertain your audience, unlike a certain franchise that will remain nameless for this moment.
This is why we have 100 more viewers than they do. We're better than them.
Oh yeah, and
also how you make friends. You know, friends.
Going down in infamy.
I wish I had a Baby Ruth right here.
I won't even pick the funniest one. This is just the first one. This is the first one.
Okay, how to be a cool superhero. First things first, you gotta have a cool car. You ain't got no money, so that's not happening. Second, you gotta have a cool costume. We'll have to work on that. Alright, then you also have to be able to solve really complicated cases and solve crimes and kick cloud ass.
Kind of like stopping that lady over there from being robbed.
Are you fucking serious? That dude's got a gun, okay? Let the real cops handle that. We only go after people like the Joker and Penguin and Poison Ivy and occasionally Catwoman, depending on what kind of mood she is that time of the month, okay? We don't deal with that kind of stuff.
You're scared of guns, aren't you?
Fucking terrified. Nope, Batman don't do guns.
I love that.
We actually now officially have over 100 more viewers than they do.
Blame it on Shane.
So was that
Yeah.
We don't have to lip sync. Blame it on the stars that shine at night. But whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the Shane. Please come back, Shane. I'm lost without you.
Blame it on the Shane.
Yeah.
Now I really
Can't
want
find their
Shane
stream.
to come
Did they
on.
actually?
Why?
There's going to be another thing you can report soon when he's naked again.
But I
Where's Shane
can't
at?
help missing
Shane, I'm serious. Come in. Come in.
Probably watching Lower Deck.
Here he is. Okay. No. Here he is. No, only sexist when it's said to a woman, but when I was told to take a chill pill, that's not sexist.
We gotta you gotta stop reading them.
First
You
of
gotta have
all,
them come on.
Shane, take a chill pill it's called a vernacular.
Chill pills are very sexy. Ask Bill Cosby.
Yeah. That's-
You get the chill pill and you got to drink and do
Come on, Shane. Come
Just
on.
come on, man. Come
on, man.
We're not
Hey.
bad people.
No.
Yeah, we're totally not. We're a bunch of assholes on the internet.
I'll
And,
fuck him up
we-
royally if he
Come on,
crosses me in
man.
real life.
I just thought
That can get pissed off easy. But the
Wow.
rest of
Nobody
us are
said we
pretty
can't
chill.
do shit properly.
Shane,
So
right?
fuck him.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Shane, right here, buddy. Right, come on. You're really reaching with that one, man. Come on.
Come
Come on.
on.
Come on, man. Come on. You never dealt with anybody that was just so like laid back. Said, man, you need to chill. Come on, man. Just chill.
No, he's
man.
a modern day little wokier than thou asshole who has to
Well,
go around shaming others to feel superior because he's useless and worthless. He
Rob,
has
it's just
nothing
like
in his
that
life.
guy.
Shane, I love you as a person. You're a human being, and I love the fact that you exist.
I'm all for eugenics at this point. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Come on, man.
I'll put back in the back.
Almost made me spit out soda on my.
I can't live without you, Shane. I'm even checking my message request.
Can't live if living is without Shane. Can't live.
Shane,
Can't
Look,
live.
before you know it, this is going to be your new place to hang out like forever.
Shane, I couldn't do another show without you, Shane.
Well,
You know what, Shane? It's called being ironic, dude. It's called just relax. Quit being so high strung, man.
MSJW. Nobody likes you.
Oh my! No,
Okay.
Damn it,
Stop
Shane.
being like her.
man,
Damn it, Shane, you're gonna make me $1,000 off that fucking t-shirt. Now come on, man.
Clubber, what is your prediction for the fight? Prediction.
Pain.
Prediction. Shane.
Jess, come on. You know where I grew up. Like you said, yeah. And people we told each other to take a chill pill all the time. There was no sense.
I'm not even trying. Look, dude, I'm not even trying to fucking give an excuse for. I don't give a shit. The whataboutisms, man. That's what this is all about, dude. Come on, just knock it off. We're people, right? We got Jesse here. Jesse's got.
Lighten up, Francis.
Now, do you think Jesse's not a classy guy? Look at that cigarette holder.
He's either a classic
Oh,
guy or
my
he's a rob a bank.
Class all up and down this.
Yeah,
shit.
because she's got a wide arrangement of riding crops and they're leather, so that's classy. And Rob's Italian, so we deal with him. And then there's Script, he's Canadian, so we're cool. We're not xenophobic or nothing. We don't even think Canada's the country, but we're cool with that,
We're just
Jesse
thinking of his weird bacon.
Fanta. Jesse Miller's
Northern
drinking
Minnesota.
Jess, you're drinking a Fanta. That's cool. Now that is class right there.
Fanta
want the
orange.
Fanta? And then there's Paulie, and Paulie's the whitest motherfucker on this panel.
His eyes are anyway.
That was a joke.
Face.
It's called jokes. It's called being fun. It's called having some fun. It's what Star Trek's for.
Paulie, you look like you chugged like a gallon of Starbucks coffee there for a second.
We're not directing any hate, Shane. We didn't direct any hate speech. Okay, all anybody did was
There's
come
no
in and
such thing as
say,
hate speech. There's only speech and a bunch of fucking assholes who can't handle it.
Now, I admit, I apologize, Shane. I came off as a bit of a hothead at first, right? Okay. I was joking about the whole
Oh, some Popeye arms.
and you got all so fucking like up in arms about it, dude. And you tried to pull Bill Gates on me. All right, that's cool, man. You're buddies with Bill Gates. We're cool with that. And look,
Why does he want to block out the sun? Is Bill Gates becoming Mr. Burns?
Yes.
look, Shane.
People are
I don't
very
think I can do this
Shane.
show without you
Shane.
anymore.
Shane, people are very passionate and they're very upset that Star Trek has not been what it used to be. So
Like it's
that's
our fault that Star Trek is a shell of its former self. Come on, we're
got
not.
nothing to do with Tom or Rob.
Zealots have to try and educate everybody because they think they're better and smarter than everybody, but they're really a bunch of crying, screaming brats who never grew up, who never actually had any real responsibility, never dealt with any other humans. They were left wandering around the house like they were pets. They got a trophy for everything. Their parents never actually bothered to read to them or explain how things were different in the past and how we were moving forward towards being more accepting and being better people. And it all takes time, and they were never explained that. So these little pricks need to get on their fucking social media accounts and try and use all this, it's hate speech, it's transphobia, it's this and that, because they don't know any real words, because they've never actually interacted with humans in their lives.
No, I understand. Like, I don't want to be hostile towards it. I'm serious now. Like, Shane, like, seriously.
I want to beat sense into
I'll
him.
talk to you one-on-one, man. I'll talk to you one-on-one, you and I, and I'll explain to you why I do what I do. Because here's the thing that you guys don't realize, that we do a lot more than just Star Trek here, right?
We also play video games.
Yeah. There's other things in that, but
I
no,
don't
like,
even talk about Star Trek anymore.
right? Yeah, like,
shit.
Yo, Tom got to interview Matthew Lillard. That's
what happened while I was gone. Diego,
dude, we were in the Matrix. Your cat just made the same loop like 3 times.
Yeah. Diego, you have to.
Your Muslim uncle sends in $4.99. Says, hail Jesse at the Crow's Nest. Here's a Baby Ruth.
Oh,
do you like Baby Ruths, Jesse?
No, it was from the Goonies, man.
I know, but do you like them better than Snickers?
They're all right. I usually get a payday.
Oh, you're a payday man?
Got like peanuts.
Oh, paydays are good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
good.
they
But see, like, to me, like, okay, a Baby Ruth is basically Nestle's version of Snickers. To me, it's the exact same thing, really, if you look at it.
Bigger peanuts.
Yeah, but
the cat just walked past you again.
It did, didn't it? We're in the fucking Matrix. Is there a loop in there, like my house, dude?
Yes.
Like where he
You
can
know,
go
like,
around? Okay.
Speaking of candy,
Shane,
like,
are you still in the chat? I'm feeling incomplete.
Like speaking of candy,
Too much about Roasty join the panel.
I just
He's
told like
scared. He's a little chicken.
Echo Base Network and Loki and everyone to come.
Because he knows that once he gets on microphone, he's going to sound like he's 12 years old.
Well,
last night
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, Mecca.
We could just
I
talk
don't
about
have
old
any
Star
patience
Trek
with people.
episodes and make some s'mores. It would be great.
Why don't someone come on
look.
as Shane, representing Shane, and we'll interview Shane?
Fat Steven Seagal, we're looking in your
Steven
direction.
Seagal, there you go. Brightest Day says, for the Damn It
part of
Shane
Shane.
shirt. I'm working
he's
on
back.
it.
He's
the
back.
part of Shane tonight will be played by Fat Steven Seagal beats up Ryan Johnson.
He's back.
I'll get there. Shane will be the first, the name of my firstborn. Praise be. See, Fat Steven Seagal already loves you, Shane. Everybody loves you, Shane. Andre Tom tomorrow. What the hell did you do last night?
He is. He's gonna have some words.
Shane's gonna go on tomorrow. and say,
That's
I
got
think I
us
swear to
when we
call.
woke up and all madness ensues. Oh, we didn't do anything. All we did was say, hey, and some people said that they were sent from us. We gave them some viewers because, you know, they looked like they needed some viewers. It was kind of sad. And then all of a sudden they shut down the chat. I said, direct those that will do so, not that you did so directly.
Yeah,
I did not direct anybody though, Shane. All I said was just go over there and say hi. In fact,
I went over there and said, "Come over here."
Yeah.
How about this? How about this, Shane? So what?
So what?
What the
So
fuck
what?
does it matter to you? What the fuck does it matter to
It's
you?
their YouTube
I'm
channels.
not a trophy kid.
Yeah, what does it hurt you? What does it matter to you? Why can't you mind your own
All
goddamn
right,
business?
now, okay, Shane.
You gotta admit, at the end of the day,
I'm
you're
gonna take
far
your
more engaged
Jesse,
here than you're over
Jesse,
there.
the Latino's gonna take put it on me. Put it on this Mexican. I told everyone to go over there and to talk shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Anyway,
Right.
no, I want to hear Shane out here. He says, I'm not a trophy kid. I grew up on farms, was abused heavily, left home at 16, went to work for the government, and then Microsoft. Where's the rest
What's
of it?
working government means
I earned everything I have. And so did I, Shane.
He
And
was
so did
abused.
everybody else.
Good.
Everyone else, bro.
Good.
And you know what, Shane? Let me tell you, we'll be the first to
no,
welcome
come
you.
on,
We'll be the
that's
first to welcome you. That's what
Absolutely.
this community is.
I liked Bill Gates up until he went all Mr. Burns.
I'm not even fucking with you, Shane. I mean, yeah, I'm goofing around with you a little bit, but no, I would totally have a one-on-one with you, dude.
Listen, but how is it
Diego Flores, what happened while you were gone? Well, JR was shot, and it was the baby.
There's a cat again!
We stopped it twice. We stopped it twice.
You got to pay attention to what colors they are.
Oh, there's more than one?
Yes, there's 3 cats. One is orange, one is like long hair gray, and the other one is like short hair gray and fat as hell.
Look, Shane, I can relate. I grew up in a farm rural community.
His dad had a pig.
My dad had a pig, and he was an alcoholic. So I even know how that kind of shit is, man.
I'm an alcoholic. Jesus.
And he's a raging alcoholic.
I got 6 years sobriety, man. What the fuck, Shane?
I know.
And that's why he's a bully now. That's why we don't take him seriously or give him any benefit. He's not going to change.
Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Shane.
Everyone has a story.
Yeah, he's not going to change though. He's just going to go and be miserable to everybody else. He needs to be held accountable for what he's doing to us, and he
does need to apologize.
That's how you get somebody to actually come on the show. You're trying to get. You got like some peanut butter on like a spoon. You're trying to get the squirrel, the fat little squirrel you like taking pictures of.
I'm just trying to snap his fucking neck at this point.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to feed him. I don't care.
All right. Well,
I'm not about feeding him.
I'm trying to say, though, I'm like, listen, you have our issues with us. Okay, fine. But how is it our fault that Star Trek sucks now? It's not.
And not only that, what are you accomplishing by throwing insults and accusations that are clearly inaccurate, Shane? Now, come on. Now, how is that fair?
I'd actually been out and about on my phone. I am home now, so you want me on cam?
Yes. Dude, it's super easy.
Nice,
Dude, it's super easy. He sends you something called a StreamYards link. Then you type in your name. You can put in a picture. If you don't want to be on camera, I don't care. I'm on camera. But like how they're
on Twitter, dude. I'll bring it in. And I'll even.
Should we do this, Thomas? Should we?
Yeah, I'll be totally nice.
Rob's like,
I'm on my best behavior just for you, Shane. This never happens.
Yeah, it's true. Except when that time we met Clint Howard.
Yeah,
Miguel Hernandez, one of our friends in the chat, says, and here I thought things couldn't get more intense on Midnight's Edge than Uche versus Mr. H. Well, I'm not even trying to intensify anything, and I'm not trying to bait Shane in here to any bullshit. In fact, like I said, I'd put everybody to the back except for myself, and I would talk to Shane one-on-one. I'm more than willing to talk to anybody.
I got to go use the little boys.
To them, yeah, go ahead, Rob, and explain to them why I'm not. And it'd be one thing if I was the only one who obviously had the problem with Star Trek, but I'm not, Shane. That's the thing, and that's really what it boils down to. I mean, and that's really what you need to understand. We're all just people, man. We've all come from, different backgrounds. We've all dealt with shit. We're all the same. And what is lying on individuals going to do? We're not in there attacking you. Even if people did say shit about the show, that's all they were talking about was the show, right? They're not talking about.
And Star Trek, man, you can have 10 bad versions. It doesn't matter. Next one could be good. No one cares about the ones that aren't so good. They forget about them. Star Trek will be okay. And they'll stop wearing dresses soon.
And Stephen
Who cares about Star Trek anymore? I mean, seriously, it was fun for while it lasted, and now it's done. I mean, we already have the good stuff. We can ignore the bad stuff. What does it matter if it goes? I would rather it go away. I would really rather it go away because I'm tired of it catering to these bullies. I don't think they should have anything. I think they need to not be rewarded for being bullies. These people shouldn't have a Star Trek of their own. These people shouldn't have a Doctor Who of their own. They should grow the fuck up and learn from the stuff that we learn from and understand that the world isn't going to be fixed in a minute just because a bunch of bullies on Twitter like Shane disagree with people.
Well, and I don't even think Shane was really meaning to be a bully. I'm going to be fair to Shane.
I think he is because that's the only thing that these people have because they are so used to that culture. That's what cancel culture is. You either bully somebody else and you're horrible to them, or else you are right wing and you're ostracized from the group. And they really think that they're righteous. It is a religion to these people because they're not smart enough to know any better.
And Stephen Otten says, I paid my own way too until I got fired by Wokey Wokes last week. I owe you nothing, pal. And yeah, Stephen, I know that's bullshit. And that's kind of what this is all about, Shane. This goes way beyond Star Trek and other things. And look, I didn't send anybody over there to do anything other than to just say hi and just kind of have some fun. And I didn't ask them to shut anything down. They were deleting things that weren't even bad, and for you to come in here and accuse us of being some horrible things.
I'll
But
take
you do,
responsibility for it.
Shane.
I want it down. I want Star Trek to go down. I am tired of being the victim of these people. I am tired of being bullied by these people, and I want my revenge. If they're going to sit there and harass me on a daily basis across multiple accounts that I've blocked for years, then it's about fucking time we start fighting them back, and I'm okay with taking responsibility. I'll say it. You know what? Blame me. Blame Mecca. Blame Mecca.
agree. I
Mecca's
agree
the
to a
one who
point.
sent them. I will take
Mecca,
responsibility for it.
I agree with you a point because I was there yesterday, but look, I just don't think that's going to get anywhere. Even if we got to go one person at a fucking time at this point, I really think that's the way to do it. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about us. It's about people just not fucking doing this shit anymore. I want to believe you don't have an issue with people who don't like the show, Shane, but you clearly showed that that's not true.
By the way, they took down the stream.
Altogether? Yeah, I'm not
So I
saying.
think the show ended probably.
I don't
It's
think
not
it was even
available.
over yet, but it might have been. Anakin
It's over
Skywalker
now.
sent $1. Thank you so much. I don't know if you said anything and they deleted it. But yeah, man, Shane, this is what I'm talking about. We're getting shit deleted that's not even anything wrong with it, man. Andrew Pitco says, I want Shane to talk to Jim, a.k.a. Mr. Whitaker. I don't know about that, but hey, I'm opening the door for Shane. In fact, I'd even do something like aside from this. Like I said, I'm not
he's too
kidding.
scared. He's
Just
too
don't
scared.
talk-
And if I have to
don't
like,
talk to me.
if I have
I'm
to take
chill.
off,
I'll teach you about life.
if I have to take off so the little coward can hop on, then that's great. If he's so
Well,
scared of me.
No, Mecca, and I'm not even trying to be like rude to you. I would let you come in and have your piece to say. I'm just saying, like, I don't want him to feel threatened or like I'm going to dogpile him. I'm not being disingenuous here. I'm being serious. Like sooner or later, we got to fucking get through.
And
to
I'm
some
not
people.
offended. I'm not offended if I like, because I'm clearly like I'm not at the point where I want to coexist with people who hate me. I'm just not. I'm
Well, I'm not
tired
even
of it. I'm
asking
tired
you
of
to
being pushed.
coexist,
And
but I'm
pushing
sick
back.
of the accusations. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's one thing, but like that's some serious shit, and that's where we got to end this stuff, Shane. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. Fat Steven Seagal says Tom's bald and he wears lipstick on streams, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I've dressed in drag a few times. So what? So
It's
what?
sexy as fuck, and you know it.
So what?
She's
Fat Steven.
pretending like I already said I wouldn't. Wouldn't what?
No, you can come on, Shane. I'm not saying you didn't say you weren't going to come on. You haven't
You're
reached
just
out to
clearly
me
not.
yet.
You got a twatter.
Yeah, you can
Tom's
reach out to me on Twitter. I'm just trying to give you a whatever, I'm trying to give you your chance to say your piece, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I got Discord. Do you use the Discords?
Okay. What was transphobic, though, Shane? I saw nothing that was transphobic. And if you could
It was
screenshot
one
it.
question where somebody who wasn't even any of us on the panel questioned, is Picard a trans robot now?
Right,
I don't even
something
remember
like
who
that.
Which isn't even transphobic. It's asking a fucking question that
and
would probably
I
be
read it and
relevant in
laughed.
today's society.
I did read it and
How
laugh.
could a robot be trans?
I
It's a
don't know.
robot.
I don't know. It's just to appease the fucking. I don't understand how a fucking human can hold a Trill symbiont, to be perfectly honest. But they'll make a reason for it just to appease the hate mobs.
I'm just saying that, like, that's an obvious, like, non sequitur right there.
See that's the thing. That's the thing. If you mention transgendered people and you are not or are presumed to not be, then they automatically blame and assume everything is trans fucking phobic because they don't understand what the goddamn word means. Because these are a bunch of people who just want to latch on to something just to attack people because they're bullies, and I'm tired of these people bullying people.
Can I ask this very serious question of everyone in the chat? I need it explained to me how there's more.
Well, you're not actually doing anything. You're just lying and saying you're trying to get in like a little bitch.
He could get it.
Well, yeah, what's the holdup, Shane? It's pretty simple instructions. Because
All right, I gave him the info he needs to get a hold of me on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to say right off the bat what's happening here because we're getting a little long in the tooth and it's getting late.
Right. We've got to move the show along.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is, if you really want to talk, Shane, we'll let's talk. And if you're not on Twitter, all right, then you can also reach out to me on my email. Here, let me put that in the chat. If you're really serious and you want to talk about this stuff, then fine. Otherwise, then just leave because you're just bringing my show to a screeching halt.
Yeah, you're just trolling at this point.
See, you would have had big energy if you just came on. Now the moment's fading. You
The moment's
gotta
kinda fading now.
you gotta jump through that doorway.
Right. If you come on now, then it's good. I mean, everyone's calmed down and chilled a little bit. But you
Right.
got to come now. You got to come now.
Well, yeah, the timing's getting.
That's what she said.
All right, I just sent you an email, or there's my email address.
There's my email address. Jesus Christ. Can you make this any easier? Just come on. It'll be cool.
Tonight on the Latino Slant, Shane.
I think the Paramount.
Is the Latino slant racist against Asians?
Tonight on the Latino Slant, we wait for Shane to come on the show. Is it the Latino Slant?
Yes.
Racist against Asians?
Yes.
What?
Because it's slanty.
No, you're racist.
No, you're a racist for assuming that. It has nothing to do with it.
I must be a bigot.
It's Jesse, I love you. It's one Latino's take on things. My slant.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
all right. While we're waiting for Shane, the message has been sent. We'll see if Shane comes in. Valiant Renegade says, "Holy shit! The one night I can't watch Mead live, this happens. Hello, late night rerun. Hail Mead, Mecha, Script, Jesse, and Polly. Well, hail Valiant Renegade.
Hail."
And Karis says, "Shane, we who do have an issue with bad writing and bad characters. That's it, man. Come on. You'd be surprised when you get to know us. Temba is arms open." That's exactly it. Come on in, man. Air your grievances, but just remember, we're not going to sit here and accept you calling us a bunch of trans folks.
Hey, I'm a lefty. I'm just as hateful as they are.
Back in the day, they didn't have any money or special effects, but they had a pen, and they got by like that. But nowadays, they got all this money and special effects, and they forgot the pen. That's the problem.
Put more CGI on it. What about the story? Story?
Just get up there and start
What
moving
is this
around.
word you speak of?
Script is still here.
Yeah, I'm just captivated by what's going on. So,
Script. Remember that episode? Now let's discuss the plot. Plot. What a bizarre word. Plot. 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 And he looks down and sees the magazine, "The Smartest Man in Hollywood." Plot. 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 Plot.
All right, we'll give you a couple more minutes here, Shane, but we're losing our audience, and it's after 2 hours, man. And well, I mean, we may have to set this up for another time. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, like,
Oh no, that'll be a direct attack against him because you ended the show because you didn't let him dictate it for you. That's all they want to do. They just want. This is the screaming child in the middle of the department store who just wants the fucking attention.
All right, just chill, Mecca. He might show up. Yeah, give him a few minutes.
You know, it was always fun as a little kid getting into the little center thing of the coats and then watching your mother run around screaming looking for you.
All right, everybody, just chill out. And I will say this once. Be respectful, or I will mute or put people in the back. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's here. Good job, bro.
So yes, I did hear a screaming child. I very much did hear a screaming child. It wasn't me.
Okay.
All right.
So what's this about trans fats?
Hold on. First, hold on. First, Shane, thank you for joining us. It's it says a lot to your. Says a lot that you're willing to come on here and speak with us. So thank you for accepting our invitation.
And now you have to come back every day.
Hit the unmute.
Yeah, thank you.
Indeed. So what are we going to talk about? What's your favorite episode of Star Trek?
Actually,
favorite episode would probably be Yesterday's Enterprise.
I don't know that one.
Okay, that's a good one. Where they come through the time rift.
Yep.
And the Enterprise
Tashiar's still alive.
Yeah, it's Tashiar's still alive. Yeah, and everything changes. That is actually a good choice. Mine is jeez, I have a lot of them.
I like
enemy.
one. What's the one I like? This is the thing. Like Shane, Rob is my guy who remembers all the names of the episodes. The one I like within the time,
Episodes I'm terrible on.
it's TNG one.
What
Is
was
it
that?
the drumhead one?
The time loop one.
It's cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Yeah.
My favorite Star Trek was the original series where they had the war that was just computer simulated.
Oh yeah,
the people
cause and effect. Yeah.
Cause and effect.
No,
Yeah.
that was the one you're talking about is a Taste of Armageddon.
Oh, Taste of Armageddon. Okay. Yeah, they ran around breaking all the suicide booths and telling them how it's going to be.
We're going to talk about what happened, or
Yeah.
Star Trek episode?
Okay, Shane.
Nice.
Find some common ground.
Try to make them comfortable.
You don't need no common ground. It's Star Trek. That's why he was there. And that's why we were there.
How about the trans fats? They're good for your testosterone.
I get it. We're a little goofy and we have some fun. And I don't understand why you felt the need to come in here and
Getting
call
a lot of
someone
looping
transphobic.
audio. And can you guys hear me with the new headset I just switched to?
Yeah,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Do you have the stream
cool.
playing in the background too, maybe?
Yeah, if you're playing the YouTube in the background, put it on
That could
mute or take it off.
That could be distracting, yeah.
Oh yeah, that might be the case. Let me double check. There we go.
Yes. Happens every
Welcome,
hopefully-
Shane.
Hopefully
Welcome.
we're back. Now, Shane, we appreciate you coming on for a few minutes here to talk to us. Because
Yeah,
look,
absolutely.
you felt the need to come in here and call us all transphobics, and I understand that somebody may have said something in the chat that was remotely close to that, but come on.
It wasn't transphobic. Somebody asked if
Come on.
Picard was a transgendered robot,
Yeah.
and somebody got butthurt and decided
But-
to slander and slam and be offended on behalf of absolutely.
Okay, not trying to be rude to Mecca, but I was trying to talk there. Now, Shane,
Are you transgendered, Shane?
So
you sure?
no, I'm not transgendered. I do
Then
have many
what the
friends that
fuck
are
you asking
transgendered.
for?
Okay,
Seriously,
okay,
what the
okay.
fuck you
Wait. Let's let him answer, Mac. Come on.
It's called being an ally. It's called being a friend.
Okay.
You don't have any business speaking on behalf of the community, so you know what? Know your place and stay in your fucking lane.
Whoa.
Whoa,
That's
are you
what I would do.
transgendered?
You go fuck
Whoa,
yourself.
come on, Mac.
Mecca,
Whoa,
are you transgendered?
Let's.
I don't. I am not speaking on behalf of the transgender fucking community, am I?
Ah, but you just
Well,
were.
I
You're
know
saying
my
I shouldn't
place
take
and I
place
know
in
my fuck- I
transgender
know to
topics.
stay in my fucking lane. I know
You
my
just said I
place and
shouldn't
know to
take place
stay
in
my
transgender
lane, and if
conversations.
you
That is
are
speaking for the
allowing
transgender community.
Okay. Now, Shane, I'm going to allow you to talk a little bit here, but you cannot
Thank
be
you.
accusing us of these things when we're not doing said things.
Absolutely.
I'm
If you
the
notice my
closest-
comments when I
Shane,
first came in,
honestly-
I didn't say you guys directly are transphobic. I was saying I didn't want to see the transphobic people directed there.
Okay.
I'm
Now-
going to be the guy that you're going to like the least on this one because, like,
Well, besides Mecca, maybe, but yes. And I'm sorry to Mecca, but I love you, dear, but you got to just calm down a little bit, please. And I get it, and I understand where she's coming from. You got to understand where she's coming from as well, Shane. She has gotten a
Mecca
lot
and I
of
have had
abuse.
interactions in the past, and she doesn't like me. So
Okay, well,
Oh.
okay. See, here's the
Okay.
problem, though.
Did not know that.
Shane, and this is the problem for a while. We've had a lot of people on what I would call the other side of the fence who come at us just because we critique the show. We have never
absolutely,
attacked anybody personally. And that's the kind of thing we're having a problem with here. And that's where we're not sure why this is okay. And we can go the whataboutism crap all day long, Shane.
I don't do that. I hate.
I don't try to do that either. But my point is this: is I'm just trying to say that why is it okay that you could come in here and call us transphobes and attack Mecca online or anything like that, and that's supposed to be okay over a TV show?
well, and that was my thing is I wasn't calling you guys transphobes directly. I was asking to. There's a lot of fans that you guys have who are transphobic, and I was asking for you guys not to direct fans over to there at that point because it was causing the chat to
Okay,
get
now
shut
that's
down.
a straw man now, Shane. Now come on.
Can I ask a question? Can you define transphobic for me?
How do you
Because
know
I-
that? I'm willing. Now you
I
saying we have
think you're
fans.
thinking what I'm thinking.
Okay. Let's take a poll in the chat. Everybody who's a transphobe, push one.
Oh. Well, but like I said,
And I'll
you know,
even do another one if you are actually trans in the chat, because I bet we have at least one or two watching.
actually, yeah, we do
Did it
have some
too.
trans viewers. Actually,
Yes, we
have
do.
some-
That's the thing, Shane, is I don't think that this is something that the other side has thought about, is that we are a very diverse group. and we're sick and tired of other people calling us names when it's not true. And I know these fuckers are lying.
Well, and that's the main thing, though, is that the fans are representing your group to a certain extent. And I'm not saying that you guys have those feelings, but when those fans come over and do those behaviors, it's best to not have them come over and brigade like that.
All we did was
we didn't have to do that.
Came over and we were like, "Hey, this is boring. Come watch this show," and you did.
And I didn't even tell them to do that. I didn't even tell them to do anything at first. Everybody did it on their own accord.
Yeah, we thought it was funny.
And then otherwise,
listen,
and I got no problem with promoting a stream. I got no problem
I'll
with
go
having
over there.
issues with the shows. That's not a problem at all with me.
Okay.
But it appears to, and Mecca, and I want to bring her in a little bit when she's calmed down just a little bit, because I feel like, I mean, you've at least been man enough to admit that you've crossed her path before.
And you came on.
And you came on, and I'm going to give you that at least for now. But like Shane, you're really stretching to give me a reason to believe you, man.
Because I gotta ask a question. What's this ally bullshit?
No, man.
So what ally means is it means that you have a lot of people who you are either friends or family with that are within the LGBTQ community, and you help support them through various things, including like when you see hate directed towards that group, you say something about it.
Okay, now second question.
Part of friendship.
Wait. I'm already that, but all my gay friends, they don't have any drama like that because they're not drama queens. Now what do I do?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Well, that's what you.
That's completely wrong.
Okay, I guess here. Let me go ahead.
Hold on.
That just seems like it's a bait question.
No,
I didn't ask you a question.
I mean, we all have gay, we all
put
have
up
gay
with that.
friends, transgender friends. We have friends of every stripe. That's just called being a friend, being there for someone.
Yeah, like if you think
We were
there's
doing that long before it was.
Okay, so let me ask a question then. Let me ask a question then, Shane.
Can I say something regarding ally really quick?
Yeah,
go ahead, because then I'll have a question that kind of bounces off that problem.
Yeah, I mean, being an ally, and I get it. To someone in the LGBTQ community, it kind of was born out of not being afraid to say, that person's my friend. I accept them. Right in the straight world. Let's not get Jesse. Let's not get. I know everyone's got their own way, but let's not get tied up on that, right? That's how him and his community uses it. I totally understand it, and I totally and I'm with you. I'm like that too. It's like we're just friends, we're just people. But it's like educational language.
I think it's something that you have to put in front of something to like make it stick out. Like, look what I'm doing, because and deep down inside, I really feel the opposite really bad, and I feel bad about it, and I got this guilt.
Well, that's because that sometimes that has to be done because if someone's beating someone up for being different, it's like, yo, back the fuck off. I'm their friend. Stop that shit.
Look, I'm going to
When
say
you
this
step
right
in
away.
and stop a bully, you're not afraid of that, or you're not supporting the hate. You're fighting against the hate.
Okay, Shane. Here's the
I'm
thing.
done.
No, and I get you, Paul, and I'm going to bounce off that.
Oh yeah,
Look,
and I'm good with Paulie. I was just responding to Jesse on that part.
No, look. Any one of us on this panel, any one of us in this chat, if we saw an injustice like that, I guarantee you every last one of us would step in and stop it, or at least try to, right? Now, the other thing I have with this whole ally thing, did any of these people ask you to do this, Shane? And don't
That's
just
part of being an ally is actively
No,
doing
that's
things
not what
for the
I asked.
community.
No, ally, it means negotiation of an agreed upon a set of terms. That's what an ally means.
Has anybody
Yes.
actually stepped up and asked you to do this for them in these communities? That's what I'm asking you, Shane.
Yes, and this is actually what I've done for many, many years, both at Microsoft and outside.
Now, specific persons actually asked you this, not some fucking memo you got from the top.
No, not some memo from the top.
Because you know what? I know a lot of gay, trans, bisexual people, and none of them have asked me to do this for them. In fact, a lot of them have asked us to quit doing this for them because it is doing nothing but causing them resentment.
My gay friends just have guns.
And that's pretty much the opposite of what I hear from my community that I live with.
Shane, I will have to say that
don't-
Tom, I feel that on Tom's back because it's like a lot of my friends, and I'm in the Bastion, bro. Me and my girlfriend lived in West Hollywood for over 5 years. We just moved down south here in LA. I mean, we're in the thick of just diversity city, right? A lot of them are like, they don't use that language. Let me just be me. We're friends. Yeah, basta. Let's move on. Life goes on every day.
Again,
but I respect you, Shane, man. I respect
I
you.
want to know why we can't.
I respect you too.
Jokes.
And I'm just trying to say, I'm not trying to get you a question or anything like that. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I'm just saying in most cases that I can tell, you're not really doing anything but looking like a troll, man. And we were going in there and just goofing around. Okay, that's one thing. And we would have had no problem. We'd have had fun. We were having fun with you, Shane, right? We were having fun, right? Like we didn't mean anything mean spirit. We're just goofing around. I apologize, and I apologized before for getting all hot-headed before, because I'm getting tired of this fighting and bickering with people over a damn TV show, right?
Yes, to me, what doesn't make sense. That's why I was trying to figure out why the brigading and stuff is. If people like the show, let them like the show. If you guys don't like the show,
man.
Don't like the show.
Look at it this way, dude. Look.
SJW nonsense.
With all fairness,
propaganda tool.
Let me finish, Jesse.
Star Trek has always been a propaganda tool. That's always been for social
No, it hasn't,
justice.
Shane. No, it
Are
hasn't.
you kidding
The
me?
first black kiss on television that was aired. You've got
but you're looking at it from a totally different lens, man.
That's a different stream.
Also, they didn't do it because of that.
Yeah, we're all
That's
aware.
exactly why they did it.
No, it's not.
Have you ever listened to all the biographies and stuff of the people behind the show?
Yes, I have. It was written in the script because they wanted to do something interesting with compelled actions and sci-fi behavior. The fact that it happened to be between Kirk and Uhura was just because they didn't want to pay an extra or a day player to come in that day.
I'm not talking about just a kiss. I was also talking about the crew being multiracial and other things.
Well, yeah. Look, Shane,
Star Trek promoted that stuff very early on. They always went against the grain.
Shane, yes.
Yeah. And
we're not denying that. There's a difference between doing social commentary.
Don't be racist is not propaganda.
And shoving in.
At one point in American history, it was.
All this now.
Shane, they never compromised story. It was story first. Even that. And
I'd say characters first, story
that's
second.
That's the same thing. Characters are story. You need a great story. Then you throw in your social messages. Back then, you couldn't be throwing in a social message was a complete different ball game. Okay, but I don't see myself right. I don't see great stories coming out of recent sci-fi, man. We have to look for like Expanse or whatever. But this Star Trek. Come on, Shane.
Star Trek has always been a humanist story. It's never the woke culture is new, dude. And this is what I'm talking about. When you have a scene in the middle of something going on, and they have to stop and say, "Look, I'd prefer you call me they them." That's not how the real world works.
No, it's not.
Which is funny because the last several years that I spent in the corporate world, that's been how it works.
That's the problem, Shane.
And I mean just corporate. I mean, even going around Seattle, going around Tacoma, going around Olympia. I live in the Pacific Northwest. People tell you their pronouns straight up.
Does that make
okay? Okay, well, maybe that says to something that speaks more to where you live, because here on the East Coast, we don't do that.
I think it more speaks to the people you hang around with, Shane. That's the thing, is if you put yourself in a bubble, sooner or later, that's all you're going to hear, man.
But isn't that true for you guys as well?
No, because you don't want to know why, Shane? Because you know what? You're here. You're here, man.
Look at this
let
bubble.
people in.
No one.
You know what?
I'm going to sorry about
No, Paulie, didn't you just have a conversation the other day with somebody that was interesting, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
All the time we have just different views, but it all comes from respect, and we're still friends. Whether it's on race swapping, or whether it's on immigration, or whether it's on other health issues that we were talking about today on the show that the Latino community faces. And finally, Shane, an actor, right from Hollywood, talks about saying there's other health issues, guys. Shock and horror, right? But he's telling the damn truth. This is a very diverse community. I'll let you know, Shane. You are welcome. This is such a diverse community, man.
That's true.
I've worked around here forever. I know what type of community there is here. I know it's diverse. That's why I made a specific comment about the specific people that were being sent to that area, just to bring it back to that.
Look,
I
did that too.
over there. I was saying don't direct these
Listen,
folks.
it was a very listen. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you it was a very schoolyard move. That's the move we were in, bro.
We were just goofing around. But look at it this way: the only reason I said anything to begin with is we thought it was funny that we had more viewers than they did over there, so we sent you guys some viewers as a joke, and y'all took it personally. You know, and now if somebody said anything that was off color or out of fucking place, I can't help that. I can't control other people.
Well, if you notice, I haven't complained about you guys sending people over. Like I said, I had no problem with people coming over and like recommending Midnight's Edge, recommending Doomcock. I had no problem with that whatsoever. It was once those couple comments came up.
Cock myself. I like the Doom vagina.
Well, specifically, can you tell us what the comment was? I mean, this isn't the Orville, or what was so
transphobic? Like that's what I'm trying to understand.
So the first one that was up there got deleted pretty quick by the moderators. I can't remember who it was that said it, but it just basically said it was basically just going off about gay and transphobia. And then the last one was the one that was about the Android part, which wasn't as bad.
You got to tell us the word, man.
Now, yeah,
I don't have it up in front of me.
You don't have enough context on the first one, but I'll tell you what. We were filming the whole thing when it was going on, so that's where I was saying, Shane, there's nothing to prove what you were accusing us of. In fact, there's the opposite there, and that's where I threw the libel thing out there. And it's not like I ever would go after you, dude. I was just bringing up a point, man. And obviously you're a smart person, and you'd have never worked for Microsoft, and I can't believe that you'd be so dense to believe that any of us could be transphobic, because I'll tell you right now, if you came in here and said, look, I identify as, non-binary and I just prefer they, them, I have no problem with that, because guess what, Shane? I'm going to call you Shane. I'm not going to call you they, them in front of your face. And even if I'm referring to you outside of that, I'm generally going to refer to you as a they, them, unless I specifically refer to you in a way that would have to do with your sex, which is so benign and out there, and the possibility or chances of it are so slim, Shane. That's what we're talking about here. And I get it. Maybe there's a person or two in your life who has, encouraged you to be an ally, and that's fine. Nobody's saying don't stick up for people when wrong's being done, but you don't need to go out there and white knight for shit that doesn't exist. That's the problem, is all you're doing is undermining those who actually are doing the real work for people that are being, persecuted and hurt.
Something called real life superhero, right? You go out there and you could actually patrol the streets for real crimes with drug dealers and shit.
I don't encourage
I used to do firefighting and stuff. I
was a firefighter too.
Church camps for stuff. I used to do all that sort of stuff. I raised millions for American Red Cross
man.
over
And
the years.
you know what? I'm going to tell you, dude,
that stuff.
The things that you guys think about this community, just 2 weeks ago, we raised $40,000 for child trafficking charities.
That's awesome.
Like,
so
you
I'm
do that
guessing
kind of shit
that you
all
guys
the
have to work
time.
with neck
Over 1,000 for animal rescue.
And Animal Rescue, Paulie did a thing recently. Look, man, and I'm not trying to say this to and that's the thing, is I hate saying it because it sounds like we're virtuing.
Right.
And that's really,
this is what we do. This is what we believe in. And the thing is, I didn't necessarily agree with Tom. Like, if you want to be called a pronoun, you want me to call you a pronoun, I'll call you whatever you want. I want people to be happy. I want people to be happy, and I don't want anyone to tell me how to be happy. What was the other damn point I made? Oh yeah, let's just say you're right, Shane. That's you can't control people over what they say in a chat. Yeah,
No, but I can make the group that is sending people over there aware of what's happening.
Come on, Shane. Because Shane, it's like
world.
It's bringing awareness to the subject that this is happening.
Okay, here's the other problem I have, Shane, because you were sitting there talking about, trying to get caught in a trick question. You're basically giving us the "when did you stop beating your wife" question by suggesting that our audience is automatically transphobic, and we should know that. You said that coming in here, man. That's the problem.
No, that's why I came over here and brought it up in the
No. Right, just rewind it, dude. You just said it a few minutes ago that we should know that our audience is representative of us, and that we shouldn't want that type of people in there. No, we don't know that there's that type of people in there. For me to admit that would be for me to admit that I know there's transphobic people in my community, and I don't believe that.
There's a distinction between what you said I said and what I actually said.
It's when you go into a room and
I'll tell you right. Okay, fine. I'll make it one step better than that, Shane. If you're transphobic and you're listening, don't listen to my show. There you go. Are you happy, Shane?
No, I'm not saying that at all. Let me say what I said.
All right. Well, that's
there was
what
a
I'm
slight
getting,
distinction between what you'd said and that I'd said, and then what I actually said. There's a slight distinction
What do you think about that? I think you're a fucking commie.
Okay, hold on. Come on. No.
Yeah,
No,
no, that doesn't make any sense.
the man. Come on, the man came
Sure
here.
makes sense.
Clarification. Then the man
Might not be smart enough to know it, but you're
I'm an autodidact that's been able to read since the age of 2. Programmed my first
I don't
game at the
care.
age of 4, and officially tested a college level for math reading
brainwashed
comprehension
by
at
the
9.
age of 17.
All
I
right,
left high school early to take a government job all before nearly 20 years with Microsoft. I'm retired just shy of 40. So if I'm stupid, as you're saying, oh boy,
I
you're
didn't
fucked
say
up.
you're stupid. I said you're brainwashed.
And let's be nice here, guys.
All right, well,
Jesse,
all right. Come on.
knows they're joining a cult, but you did.
Oh, come on. Let's
No, let's not do that.
So Shane,
The man
Shane-
came here. He didn't have to come here.
Correct.
Let's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
can see that you're just getting off to this.
No.
I can tell this is how Jesse gets off.
I just think it's funny that people live like you.
Jesse is
Jesse,
Live like me,
Jesse,
dude.
all
I
right?
retired before
Cabron.
40. I'm living good.
I don't give a fuck.
Jesse's just being a cabron. Okay,
No,
so Shane,
Shane, the issue's not here about when you retired or how.
Well, tell Mecca to quit claiming I'm a white supremacist.
Well, I'm gonna let her
No,
in
no.
a few minutes, but
Come on,
she's got to calm down first. I'm trying to be as fair as I can to you, Shane.
We're trying to be fair here. Come on.
Well, some of you are trying to be fair. Some of you are just looking to get a rise.
Well, Jesse's Jesse. I can't do anything about Jesse but put him in the back.
Okay,
all
well,
right?
I was being
Molly's being very fair. I'd say everyone's being fair pretty much other than Jesse and Mecca.
well, no, man, no. Listen, bro. Shane, let's say you're right. We acted like schoolyard kids. Yeah, that's life. Then you come in here and you did the same thing, and you crossed the line,
Yeah.
right? You disrespected a woman. ¿Qué pasó with that, man? You know what I'm saying? Like that, like
No,
where
I
I'm
did
from,
not disrespect her. I said the same thing that was said to me
Shane,
back
where
to
I'm
her.
from,
I reflected it.
where I'm from, Shane, we don't talk to women like that.
Well, not just that. You
I was
came
told
in
to take a
No,
chill
that's
pill
where I get
first,
heated.
and then I just reflected with
That-
the
yeah,
off-med
Okay,
test.
now if you think us telling you taking a chill pill is as bad as you calling us and our audience transphobics, then obviously
No, that's not the point that was
we're
being
way
made there.
far away,
The off
though.
meds point was the one that was being made there. Let's
right,
not confuse the
but
point.
the point, and that
Let's
was
not
my
conflate the
point.
Let's not conflate the points.
Why are we
Okay,
sitting
well,
here analyzing nothing?
You're also taking this thing that Shane. Take a chill
Why
pill
would a
has been a
smart person
saying
do that?
since way back when, and just because you want to reappropriate to mean something that it doesn't, does not make you correct, Shane. I don't give a
Take
fuck.
a chill pill and saying
how
off your
many
meds are the
BAs
same
you
thing.
have.
They're both saying that you're behaving irrationally and unreasonably.
Show off that autist wit.
Wait, come on, Shane. No, they are not.
So you have a problem with
I've been
autistic people,
told to
Jesse.
take a chill pill hundreds, maybe thousands
No,
of times.
Jesse
in my
just
life.
showed some little bit of autistic hate there. Let's discuss that.
Autistic.
What do you have
hate?
against autistic people, Jesse?
I don't know. Let's
Hold on,
discuss
wait,
that.
yes, no,
Come on, Shane.
Okay,
Shane,
so there we go.
Shane, let me ask you, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Washington.
Okay, I grew up on the East Coast in the New York area. You get told to take a chill pill almost on a daily basis. It is not something that means you are off your meds. It just means everybody just relax.
No, because I'll tell you,
You're
Shane,
behaving
where
irrationally and
now,
upset.
Shane, I'm going to educate you a little bit
No,
here.
it could be you could be overzealous. You could be exceedingly boisterous. You could be overjoyed. It's
And
something
that's what off your meds means too. It means that you're behaving.
No,
in a
it
way that's
doesn't,
just
Shane.
normal.
No, it doesn't, Shane. No, it doesn't,
Yes, it
Shane.
does.
No, it doesn't, Shane, because the saying comes from the 1960s when they used to drug housewives up regularly, Shane. That's where it comes from. When a woman is acting sporadic like that, it is a direct derogatory term saying that, oh, she didn't get her meds today. That's what it's about, Shane. So don't come in here and try and tell us what you think you know. I know this, Shane.
It used to be called
This is adorable.
It used to be called Mother's
No, what's
Little-
adorable is you trying to tell us what the fucking redefinitions of everything is. That's the problem. He just fucking left. Fuck Shane. All
he
right.
left?
Damn it, Shane.
He's just this is how this
He's
is
a
why
pussy. He doesn't like the
white
truth.
supremacist.
He doesn't like the truth.
No, this is why I say he's a white supremacist, because these people genuinely believe that white people are more privileged, that minorities are less are inferior, are less than them, that transgendered people need the white savior to speak on their
Yeah,
behalf.
he's a genius.
That,
Remember
and,
that.
and he's a fucking sexist. He is an absolute sexist. He thinks women are to be treated as special cases, as second-class citizens. He feels like transgendered people are less than him, so he has to speak on their behalf.
Shane, you just proved us right, you idiot.
Yeah,
Good
you
job.
just proved us
You just
right.
proved
This
us
is what
right.
we've been saying. You
You
guys
just
are
proved
really,
us right.
they're believing into all this
Uh,
social justice shit, and they don't realize that it's being handed down to them by people who are genuinely actively trying to segregate, bring in actual white supremacy, tell white people that they're superior and that they need to do something about all of these minorities or trans people, and that they're the only ones, like these white privileged males are the only ones who can fucking do anything. And that's in their head thinking, oh, I'm an ally. We don't fucking want you. I'm a woman. I don't want you to. I'm a bisexual woman. I don't need you speaking on behalf of me because you're a bully. You go
Safe
immediately
space,
to
Nitty Bigot.
stereotype.
You left, Shane. You
goes
fucking
immediately to
left when the
stereotype.
questions got too hard, Shane.
You're
You
the
got
one
too
who
hard.
left.
You
Get
left.
over here, you little pussy.
You had your shot, Shane. Fuck you, Shane. You know, I had respect for you, but
I
you're a
never
little
did, 'cause I
fucking
knew he was
pussy
just a
now.
bigot.
That's what I'm
He
going to
thinks
say.
he's
Come back
superior.
in here, and I'll fucking tell you to your fucking face. Because I gave you your 15 fucking minutes, and you blew it, you dumb shit. I faced you with the question you couldn't fucking face because you didn't want to admit that you were fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what they do. They don't understand that they're so stupid. They're being
Damn it,
manipulated.
Shane. Now you're going to make me a bunch of money.
No, they're so stupid.
All
They're
right, I
being
think everybody
manipulated
needs
by
to take a
people
chill
who
pill.
genuinely feel
All
like
right,
people are
everybody needs to
superior.
take a chill pill. Shane, you had your fucking shot. Fuck off, buddy.
I'm trying to educate him that the vernacular change can be
No, you've got to. You've got to.
regional.
No. You've got to.
What do you want, Shane? You had your
You
shot.
gotta
You left.
argue with
You
me.
heated yourself. What do you want? You got 2 minutes. Shut up, everybody. You got a minute. You're losing time.
I left because you guys were getting absolutely ridiculous and talking over each other, and it was doing no good to keep being in here.
No, I made a point that you couldn't.
Right. You proved me right, though. You're just a second.
One at a time, everybody. One at
I
a
didn't
time.
prove anything right. You always do this, Mecca. You always go off on.
You
fly
proved
off the
me
handle.
right. You proved it right that you
Mecca
think you're
wasn't even
superior to
in
women.
here.
Of course, I'm going off on you.
See,
Of course I'm going
this is
off
what she
on
does
you.
every time I have a conversation with her. This has been
She
this way for
wasn't even
years.
in here, Shane.
She was
It
saying
was
stuff over in
me.
the private
I
chat.
was the
could see
only
it.
one fucking talking. And you couldn't face the fucking facts that I was right. That off her meds means something completely different than take a chill pill. If you can't admit that, then I'm sorry. You're a fucking moron.
I have no idea the etymology behind it. I was using it in the same way that it was being used.
There
as
you
a chill
go.
pill.
Thank you, Shane, for admitting it. I have a little bit of fucking
I just
respect
made
for
a
you
funny
now.
voice, and then you got
I don't
all-
have a problem admitting things that I do or do not know. I've never had that problem.
You know,
But it's you guys that keep doing that.
stop
You guys
that.
say
thing.
I have a problem with certain
Shane,
things.
Shane, stop.
Hold on,
Stop.
hold on.
Shane, now
Stop
come on
throwing
now.
it
We just gave
Stop
you
You
saying
guys
you
say
guys
I have a
here,
problem with
man.
certain things, but it's you guys that keep doing the behavior that you say I have a problem with. I came back.
Shane, this is this is what happens when you start slinging. Once you
Right.
start slinging, people gonna sling back.
It's
You
okay.
cross the line. You cross the line. What do you think's gonna happen?
Please.
Let me tell you something, man.
You too,
You know,
Jesse.
when people talk like that in the real world, like the East Coast, like Rob knows, or certain neighborhoods where my family's from, you don't get to talk that much.
No.
Shane, you're a coward. You're a bigot. You're hateful towards
And
women.
I just want you to know, I just want you to, like, no one, the fact that you're on this panel, man. Tom is being very inviting. We're being very open. We're having some laughs. Okay, we can't control who has who says a damn thing in a chat on YouTube. We're all having laughs.
So this
Right?
goes back to
It was
the
I
it's
agree with that.
entertainment. It's entertainment, Shane.
Look,
Okay,
whatever's
now you gotta-
between you and Mecca personally,
I don't know this guy. I've never seen him before. till
Exactly.
today.
I
Apparently
mean-
he's probably somebody who trolled me on social
He
media. a while
remembers
ago.
you.
He probably said some sexist piece of shit stereotype thing. He probably tried to talk down to me like a fucking male feminist. He probably, which is what they do. They always like to talk down to women. They like to say, "Oh, you're off your meds." You know what? You know how hateful and derogatory that is? Do you know what a sexist piece of shit you are to say that to a woman? Do you understand that by attacking and describing all transgendered and all LGBTQ people as the same stereotype, that you're just buying into exactly what the actual racists and the Klan like to say? They like to think that everybody's a stereotype. And do you understand how you're actually a white supremacist, male supremacist by doing these things? And just because you have one or two people in your little bubble in Seattle who want to talk to you about pronouns, the rest of us don't fucking care. I just want my correct change back when I'm making a purchase somewhere. I don't give a fuck what your name is. I don't give a fuck who you're sleeping with. I don't care what your pronoun is, and I don't care what color of skin you have, because it's none of my business. I just want my correct change and my correct order. And if you can't fucking do that, then do your job better. And it's not sexist for me to send my order back, all right? And it's not racist, and it's not homophobic, it's not transphobic. And you don't have to fucking hold everybody goddamn accountable. You can sit down, shut up, you can mind your own business. You can grow a pair and realize that you are not the God savior religious zealot of the entire universe, and that you don't have any right to speak on behalf of others. You can grow some goddamn humility and realize that not everybody is a stereotype, and that what the fuck business is it of yours? What do you have, a personal interest in Star Trek? Are you on the fucking payroll? Why do you even care what anybody else does? Mind your own fucking business. Nobody wants a Gladys Kravitz, Lisa Simpson. Nobody wants that in society, because those are the most horrific people. Those are the people who go around burning women alive in Salem because they were seeing witch everywhere. Do you really want to be that? Do you really want to be that? I mean, who the hell wants to
Let him answer, Mecca. Let him answer.
Oh my God!
I find it just so fascinating how way over the top.
She never took a breath.
No, what the fuck's wrong with you? Who the hell wants to be a religious zealot? What the fuck do you get out of it by bullying other people because
I'm not
you
even
disagree with them? What do you get out of bullying people? Where do you get off?
I think we're all praying to God now.
Bully other people? No, seriously.
See, this is the problem. This is why I always have problems with her. Every time I talk to her, she never lets anyone get a word in edgewise.
Okay, now I'm letting you get your edge.
This is the Ben Shapiro tactic, is what.
Now, don't be calling names just
over and over again.
Ben Shapiro's a dweeb.
No, I'm not calling her name. I've said this is a tactic that Ben Shapiro uses.
Nobody's talking about Ben fucking
over and
Shapiro.
over again.
I like Ben Shapiro.
So
I love you, but
I
you
agree
need to
with
calm
him. I
down, bro.
disagree with him. I think he's a
Yeah.
dweeb. I wouldn't want to party with
He's
him.
kind of dweeby, but
And I
you know,
understand where she's coming
Oh
from.
no, and I'm not talking about Ben Shapiro's politics particularly. I was saying his habit of the way he does interviews.
Look,
where he just keeps going and going.
Fuck
and never
the
lets anyone
straw man
answer.
shit, Shane. I'm going to tell you this right now, man.
All right, yeah.
Look, she has been through a lot of shit, and I understand where she's coming from, okay?
So have I. Trust me.
All
I've been
right,
through a lot of shit, too.
all right. Then you should empathize and understand that
I
she has
do.
been terrorized by people like you constantly online for no good reason other than she did not like Star Trek Discovery.
She gets it every single day, Shane, about that.
I have no problem with whether or not she likes Discovery. That was not my problem.
No, but here's the
whatsoever.
thing: is you're condoning people that are doing that, though, Shane.
No, I'm not. Not whatsoever.
You're doing it.
I've
You're
never
doing it
said
right
anything-
now, man.
none
No,
whatsoever.
I've not. I've never
You
said that
followed
people
us
should come
back.
over here that are just Discovery fans and have a complaint about Discovery should come over here and terrorize you guys. I've never said anything like
What's
that.
the first thing that you typed when you came back in here,
Discovery as fans.
Shane?
Well,
When you followed us the first time, like you came, what did you type?
when I came over the first time,
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now because I was the first one to say, hey,
Yeah.
Tom, there's someone here, you know,
But
that's
actually,
not
you
happy.
know, she does bring up a point. What I mean, what is really what is it that you get out of? I'm just curious. Now, this is me from a curiosity standpoint. What is it that you get out of it? I mean, I know you're an ally to these communities, but personally, I mean, what do you get out of the public display of it?
it's not about the public display. I'd say it in public. I'd say it in private the same way. That's just me.
Well, Shane, you know, a man named George Steinbrenner, who owned New York Yankees, said if you do something nice for someone else and more than two people know about it, you did it for the wrong reason.
So here's what he said. Here's what you said, Shane. I just want to refresh you. This is the first because like we were just having a laugh and oh God, you know, we have more people, you know, watching the stream than Star Trek does. And I couldn't believe it. But you typed, thanks for causing the main Star Trek channel to shut off their chat with your transphobic begrading by grading of the chat. Bunch of transphobic twats.
Yeah, I was saying that to the group, like the chat group. I wasn't saying that to you guys directly.
Of course,
But again, that goes back to what I said before, though, Shane.
You put that in the chat, bro.
That goes
Yeah, I
back
was saying that to
before.
the chatters because that group of chatters was some of the same people that were on the other channel.
I still want to know what you
Okay,
think transphobic
again, going
means.
back to what I said before, Shane, when you first came in here, and we're talking about I should know my audience and they represent me. You basically called me a liar to my fucking face, Shane. I don't like that. Okay,
And that's where I said something A little bit different than what you're saying I said. It's just ever so slightly different.
You coming in here, you shit on my carpet,
Okay,
man?
well, here's the thing. I'll give you the shot to because I don't think I don't know, Chad. Did I say something? Did he say something different than what I said? But we can go back and check. But I'll give Shane the benefit of the doubt that you didn't say exact that, just so we can take a chill pill and fucking move on from this shit, Shane. Because I really, really have had enough of this kind of crap, and I don't like Mecca being stuck in the back like this. Because honestly, dude, you were the one that admitted that you knew who she was, and you're acting like that you've dealt with her before. And I don't know what you said.
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I came in and made the comments, I hadn't even noticed that she was in the chat because I hadn't even looked up to see who was in the chat up top.
Por favor, come on.
You said
no. I legitimately
I still want to know why
to
this
see
guy
who was in the
is like
panel
a
that was up top.
rocket scientist and all this other bullshit, but he's arguing with a bunch
I'm
of
not a
guys
rocket
over
scientist.
nothing.
Okay, well, let's be clear. You're the one.
Oh my god!
Came in here.
Do you have
making
OCD
claims
like a motherfucker?
No, not really.
Because
you sound like you do. Like I feel like I'm talking to Sheldon.
Okay, you got to understand, Jesse and Rob.
We gotta understand. I got no patience for people like you.
You did say she always does this. This is what she does.
Yeah, you've said that several times now, Shane.
Yes. Hold on. I said I didn't see who was in the initial panel when I was up top. When I put in those first comments, I didn't even notice who it was. And then when I saw Mecca coming, that's when I recognized.
You're coming on Midnight's Edge. Who the fuck you think's gonna be on here? I'm the new guy.
Go to Midnight's Edge
These guys are the they're the columns, man.
I don't watch Midnight's Edge all that often. I don't even really.
Well, you know who they are now because they got more viewers than Star Trek.
Well, that's the thing, Shane. Is
legitimately, I didn't know that Mecca was here when I made that first comment.
Okay, so then
I did not know.
Okay,
well, what is it? Do you are you familiar with her or are you not? I mean, because you're sending me.
Yes, I am familiar with her via Twitter.
Okay. Now you told me you weren't on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I used to be on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Why are you not on Twitter anymore? Does it have anything to do with Mecca?
No, nothing to do with Mecca.
I got banned off of Twitter because of assholes like you.
Yeah, I left Twitter like in 2017.
All right, and that's fair enough. Now, here's the thing, though. You remember her, and she don't remember you. So all we can get is like your side of the story on this, and I'm more than willing to bet that if there was any indiscretions on your part that would be rather sexist towards her, you would leave those out anyway. I would love to give you the benefit of the doubt, Shane, but you haven't really given me a reason to believe that at this point. Look, I ain't thinking you're a bad guy, but you are exhibiting exactly what I get out of every SJW, and that is
hold on. Meg's pointing out that it may have been 2018. She's saying I'm lying again, but it may have been 2018 when I left Twitter. I can't remember when exactly it was. I thought it was 2017. It may have been 2018.
No one cares. Moving on.
Moving on, Shane. Point is, you're conflating and you're creating this fucking truth of your own that isn't reality. Shane, I'm just telling you this right now. And it's clear you don't watch Midnight's Edge because a lot of people like you don't watch us, or you wouldn't act the way you do. You wouldn't talk about us the way you do, and you wouldn't freak out about us the way you do. Because guess what? All that does is empower us more than you think it does.
No, the reason why I don't come on here too often is because of the stuff I've seen from fans on other content. That's why I don't watch Midnight's Edge too often.
Listen,
and there
Shane,
you go again.
You should come watch my show.
I got nothing to lose because it's like, this is not my channel. I respect Tom, but if he doesn't want me on tomorrow, that's cool. Listen, Shane, I respect you in the fact that you came up on here, but that's it, man. I had someone come on my show who I could easily have called a racist.
Oh,
but I ain't gonna do that.
Once the camera on.
Well, not for nothing, Shane, but if
what'd you say?
Here we go.
Shane,
go.
Shane, I could have easily called Homeboy a racist for some of the shit that he was saying, but we had a great talk.
Yeah. And
he was enlightened, I was enlightened, and that's it. I didn't, that's how people talk, man. You're making these, you can't make these blanket statements about people like that, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, it sounds insane.
Not for nothing, Shane, but if you had followed us to any degree, you would know that we have said what they're actually doing this new version of Star Trek is unfair to the trans community because they're not giving these characters any depth. They're just parading them around like as if they were P.T. Barnum. You have a guy wheeling around in a wheelchair. You don't know his name. He's just there being used as a prop. I mean, the trans community deserves a lot better.
I would agree with that.
Like, and that's what we've been saying, Shane, since the beginning. Is like none of us really are saying we don't want women or trans people or black people or Latino people or anything like that in our movies. That's not the problem. That's not the problem at all. It's the way they're presented. And
It's
in
all
the way
been done before. Nothing is new.
Yes, that's the
It's
other
not
problem.
the first time we've ever come to the ceiling and smashed through it. It's no big fucking deal. Normal people don't think about this shit. You're obsessed with bullshit.
Mecca and I were at Star Trek Las Vegas. We were at a panel, and there is an obvious rift even amongst the cast. The cast from Voyager was saying that the new cast believe they're the first to do these kind of things, and they were saying, no, we've had transgendered people on the show before. We've had interracial couples. We've had all kinds of people on the show. Like they're not the first. So even amongst the different casts, there's this dichotomy of perception, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, it's like nobody is saying that nobody shouldn't be represented. That's the other misnomer, misconception I think is going on with, the reception of our community from your side of the fence. Nobody is saying any of that shit. Not in the least. I mean, in fact, most of us, just besides the fact that our audience is diverse and we are diverse here, you've insinuated quite a few times that we have this audience that is made up of these people, and I don't see it, man. I really don't.
I didn't say entirely made up of those people.
I know you didn't say entirely, but you're saying that they're in there. And I'll tell you right now, I'll say it. None of those people are welcome as far as I'm concerned. If you're transphobic, if you're racist, if you're any of those things, you're not welcome around here. Okay?
You don't need to say that, right?
I shouldn't have to.
Right.
Because you know
that
what?
should go without saying. I agree.
Most people don't. That's the thing. That's the thing, Shane. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say to you, man. And I'm not trying to say you're brainwashed, but the media and everybody else and everybody, your friends that are feeding into this stuff, and I'm not even saying that they're not being misrepresentative of themselves. The point is, this is all just a big fucking charade, dude. It's a charade. None of this shit is real.
Hey, you, Tom, I've just noticed something. Can I just point this out that whenever Shane talks, like script hasn't said a fucking word.
Oh, I'm listening.
Are these?
He's writing this shit down.
Is this the same person?
The beard is a giveaway script.
Yeah, the beard's kind of a new thing. It's a COVID thing. Normally,
Look,
I don't keep a full beard.
And you'd be surprised, and I'm sure you assume, and I'm not gonna say this like in a real mean, harsh way, but I'm sure you're assuming that most of us on this panel are conservative in some way, right?
No.
Okay, well, thank you for that, because guess what? That's another misconception, and I'm glad to hear that, because most of us aren't.
No.
And that's the other
That's
thing.
what I was trying to say. I was very specific with my language earlier. Is I'm very careful with how I try to word things usually.
But I
said I wasn't directing it at you guys in specific. I was directing it more at a couple of people I saw.
No,
in
but
the
I'm
chat
also
who've
defending
been in
my
the other chat.
But that's the thing. I'm also defending my chat as well, because I don't really feel
absolutely.
like any of my
Tom
chat
can't-
is the things you're
First
saying.
off,
they are.
Tom can't even vote. He's a felon.
What? You're full of shit.
I do have to say, though, Shane, though, to your credit, I do admire the facial hair, because it would take me 5 years to grow a beard like that. It really would.
This has taken
I
think since July.
Jesse, you're thinking of the People's Choice Awards. They won't allow me in there anymore.
Back on topic.
Yes. No, Shane, here's the thing, man, is we just want good entertainment. We're not out attacking anybody. We're not out doing all these things that the media is trying to portray everybody is doing. We don't care what is between somebody's legs or who they want to fuck. Okay? That is not our problem. And I don't care if you want to blow Jesse right now. That's your prerogative. I don't know if Jesse's going to enjoy it per se, but hey, that's between you and him. And I'm just goofing around, man. The
Jesse,
point
just
is,
give me a tap when you're ready.
Exactly. See, thank you, Shane. You got a little bit of
I do
humor
have a
out of
sense
the
of humor,
man.
guys.
Hey,
Thank
Shane,
you. And then show it, man.
I have
Live
a question. I have a question, guys.
Yeah,
What did the lowrider say to the Asian?
Don't you
one-legged
fucking tell
wo-
this joke now.
Come on, man. hey, don't
All right.
don't oppress me, man.
All right, but like we said, Tom, what were we saying? I don't know.
Look, I look, Shane. I'm just trying to show you that we're all people, man. And
Oh yeah, same here.
this idea that everybody is this and I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just this generalized thing that, and I hate to say people like you, Shane, because you did come in here basically exhibiting this kind of behavior, is that there's this world that's made up of a bunch of racist istophobes that need to be attacked at every move, man. And all it does is create this.
Yeah, it's completely
crap.
Insane.
No, there's all sorts of people in the world. There's all sorts of kinds. Whenever I see something like that, I always make sure to call it out. I don't let things
like
stand.
when do you see things like that in normal real life?
So, for instance, I'd say,
when you're going to the store, when you're going to the store, you know, to get your shit, you saw some kind of shit you had to get in the middle of.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's what I'm actually going to point out. Is you can't really see it, but I've got a lip that was almost completely busted open about 2 years ago, where I went over to what's called the Capitol Mall here in Olympia. When I went into the mall, there was actually this group of guys that were hassling this girl. I actually stopped them from going out to get her, and I almost got arrested for stopping the group. When I see something like that, when I see people doing stuff, I always intervene. I always step in. I always say something. It's just like a built-in part of my personality.
And most people would, Shane.
That's very commendable.
And in fact, I would more than willing to bet that any member of our audience listening right now would do the same, Shane. And those are some of the same people that you came in here calling transphobes.
I didn't call everyone transphobes. I just said
I did not even fucking say that, Shane. I'll quit twisting my words. I said some of those people. I did not even say everyone.
Can I just toss something in? Shouldn't it be more of a thing of not wanting to see someone outnumbered as opposed to who's getting outnumbered?
Exactly. And I'll tell you something else, Shane. I don't know if you've been reading the chat, but outside of Mecca, who I love dearly, but just needs to calm down, most of the chat hasn't really been attacking you or anything, Shane. Some of them have been calling you a few names here and there earlier, but you know what? I think they've been pretty respectful of you for the most part, especially considering what you came in here called them. And
yeah,
you know,
I haven't been checking out the chat too much. I've just been seeing the
and that's fine,
chat.
and that's probably the best thing for you because you know if you're not really new to YouTube. Yeah,
it's probably the best thing for you.
If you're new to YouTube, then yes, the best thing to do is not pay attention to the chat.
Because don't worry about it.
Because let me tell you right now,
it's fine.
At first, I'm gonna tell you, Shane. Like, I'm not expecting us to be any kind of friends or anything like that, man. All I know is that we need to learn to respect each other, and until a lot more people like you can respect the fact that we are not these things that you're trying to portray. And I know you're not saying you directly called us that. But there are people in my chat that I feel like I should defend right now. And they have that right because you came in here and you came off that and you can't even, unless you can prove to me, which you can go back and look at my video. It should still be on there because I brought it up here and had the chat going for a while before everybody started showing up. Whatever it is, if you go and find this horrible tweet or message, from whoever it was that you claim was very transphobic and you screenshot it and you send it to me and it's somebody in my chat that I know, I will actually go and talk to that individual. But unless you can find that, Shane, I really think you owe my chat an apology. I really do. And I would appreciate it if you did.
Yeah, and I can say I apologize to you guys and I apologize to the audience in general.
All right.
There you go.
Again, I'll take care of the other business in private if you really feel that strongly about it. If you really feel like there was this thing that happened in that chat, I will address it. Jeremy and many other people in our community of geeks and gamers, he will do the same thing. We are not above that. We're not going to sit there and put up with it, Shane. That's what I'm saying. We're not what you think we are. But we're also not going to go fucking on crazy witch hunts either. And that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. And it needs to fucking stop. People need to talk to each other instead of fucking doing this shit. And I don't know what you said to Mecca, and I should bring her in here probably to just go off on you, dude. But again, I don't know what the fuck happened, so I'm going to let it be. I think you've taken your lumps very well and respectable like, and the apologies have been accepted for the most part in the chat. Some people are saying kiss my ass, but you know what? That's their right.
Yeah, and I'm fairly
and if you want to apologize to Mecca, that's up to you. I'm not going to ask you to do that because I don't know what happened between you two before.
Yeah, and I apologize to Mecca. It was so long ago, I don't remember what it was over. I just remember that we did
I've
not
never
get
heard
along.
of
At
you
one point, we
before
blocked each
today,
other.
so I've never heard of you. But then again, unless you're like Terry, Tell the Trekkie, or Talon, there's a few of them on Twitter who do stalk me across multiple accounts. So unless you're one of those like little handful, I have no idea who you are. So
Yeah,
And
I'm not a stalker or anything, and I didn't even realize that you were in here, like in the earlier video part. When I first commented, I didn't even see
well,
you.
why do you gotta need to? Why do you have to be? Oh, of course she's like that. Why do you have to be so hateful?
Okay,
towards
Mecca,
women?
just
What's
you already
the-
got your Mecca.
No.
Stop. I get it.
So just because of our prior interactions hadn't gone positively, and I
apologized.
felt like I was getting yelled at the last time too.
I'm gonna say this. Just Mecca, stop for a minute, please. I love you, but stop. Shane, do this for me. Put that energy that you're doing, that you put in and brought into this chat originally. When you see that kind of injustice out there that's been done to Mecca, that's been done to other fans over a fucking show, do the same thing then, Shane. Be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where we're asking.
Be an ally.
And be
Yeah,
a
no, I
fucking
got no
ally.
problem with
Be a
people that
true
don't like the
ally
show.
of people,
Stop
period.
stereotyping the transgendered and
Thank
the
you.
LGBT and women and minorities, because not everybody's like that. Stop twisting people's words. This
Stop
is where
acting like groups of people have
Because I'll
a
even tell you
handicap
this.
and using that to try to make yourself feel like you're more than you are.
Yeah, and I don't think I've participated in any
Well-
stereotypes per se.
Well, even
Oh,
if you haven't, dude, call it out. There's people in your community
Yeah.
that do. If you see
Oh,
it, start
absolutely.
doing it, man. And if you can prove it to me, I'll tell you what. I'll make a Damn It Shane shirt. And if we make some money off it, I'll even put a
charity.
portion of it towards fucking charity if it gets to that point. But otherwise, dude, just look at it this way. You've met some people that are not people you normally thought you'd agree with, and we're not a bunch of fucking racist assles. Because guess what?
Wow.
Only like
Oh, I didn't assume
0.0001.
that about you guys.
I
promise.
know, but I'm just saying it's the
Well,
generalized thing, man.
another joke. I don't.
There's only like 0.001 of the population is really transphobic or racist that bad, man. Most people are just either ignorant or say silly things or are just goofing around and having a sense of humor. And I would love to see a change happen. And if it comes from you, Shane, all the better. Because then I can say I had something to do with it. Damn it, Shane, way to go. Instead of damn it, Shane, get the fuck out of my chat. You know?
I'm still mad. I want revenge on all these people. because
Can I ask one last question?
I just gotta say, Shane, thank you for accepting the invitation to come on. That's
Yeah, thank you for inviting me on, guys, and just being willing to have the chat with me.
No,
Is-
now plug your channel.
I
Is
don't
it-
have a channel.
Is
I'm
it
kidding.
okay if I use the expression to chop it off of me or an addictomy?
No, I think we're all
Okay.
good.
Well, thank you for laughing at that, Shane. And yeah, bigot was the term. But you know what? I don't care right now. He apologized.
He showed up.
And
He
like I
showed
said,
up.
That's
Yeah,
a big
we
deal,
showed up.
man. He went into
Yeah.
enemy territory as he sees it, but we're not, man. What the fuck?
But I got a
Oh,
couple.
no, I don't
super
think you
chats.
guys is the enemy. I don't try to view people that binary that way.
that's there are a lot of people who do.
Shut up, Jesse.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
there are.
Yeah, don't
Jesse,
don't
man.
fucking talk, Jesse. Okay, I gotta
Jesse's
get,
a family member at weddings that
we love Jesse, but yes, he is that guy.
Yeah. I
love
have
you
a
about that.
math question for everybody. Okay.
oh,
All right. Now
Oh,
we
no.
all know the new term pansexual, right? Give me one way of combining sex where it doesn't equate to either being straight, gay, or bi. There's only three. You could do them all at the same time, but it's still just that three.
Well, this I don't
Why
know.
make new terms?
How many people we talking about? I mean, so
And
Look.
it could be 100,
I don't care what people do in their
well,
bedroom.
you know the old saying.
10,000.
As long as it's legal, it doesn't bother me.
Well,
I'm going to get through these super chats here quick so we can get out of here. I want to thank
Asexual?
everybody for putting up with us. We got a Rog Fire, if I'm saying that right, sent in a poopy sticker. Thank you so much. Sporking News, our good buddy Scott said, sub to Latino Slant. Well, of course you should.
Yes.
Stephen Otten says, this may
Hell
be
yeah.
script next script.
that's what I've been trying to tell y'all fools, man.
Then Ankaris said before that, Shane, we who do have an issue with the bad writing and bad characters. That's it, man. Come on. You'd be surprised when you get to know us. Temba is arms. Okay, that one I did right before. So I'm caught up on that, and I'm going to go back the other way around now. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies says, excellent stream, insight into the SJW mind. Well, honestly, look, I'm not even trying to like I hope we made some kind of breakthrough here, at least a little bit, Shane. That you can kind of see where this is coming from. At least this idea that it's just too much, man. It's one thing to be an ally; it's another thing to be a bully yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like I said, Tom, this one's going right into the Museum of Television and Radio. So
right. You're right. And then Fat Steven Seagal wants to know what your favorite Steven Seagal movie is. #yummy. This is to Shane.
Oh. Yeah, I'd probably have to go with either Hard to Kill or Under Siege 2. The only reason for Under Siege 2 is because it's so bad it's good.
Well, guess what? Fat Steven Seagal's gut is under siege as well. Nikki D, he makes that joke all the time. Keep it up with the pair sticker. Thank you so much, Nikki D. And then Stephen Otten coming in with, has anybody read Keanu Reeves' comic yet? Please, anyone? I signed up for it, but I haven't got it yet. I didn't know it was out.
No, I have a book called The Wisdom of Keanu Reeves, though.
I got to read that.
It's all about his movies.
Does it say "whoa" on every page?
I just ordered the Stealing Solo.
Oh, you did, yeah.
And then my buddy came out with a comic that I just bought this one as well. I gotta read the sequel to Monday. It's called.
You're all digitized. We can't see it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's on my end. But then Aunt Kara sends it in Australian $5. It says Tom and Shane on the ocean. Valiant Renegade says, oh my goodness, Valiant Renegade sent in $50, says, we need to be able to have adult conversations. Yeah, both sides can get out of hand and ugly, but one side is 1,000 times more poisonous than the other. It has to stop. It tears society apart, and that is exactly what some people want. Enough. Great show. Thank you. And yeah, we need to wind this out here, and I want to thank Shane again for at least coming in and talking to us and hearing us out. Stephanie Littlepage says, don't make me channel my inner drill sergeant. Y'all gave me a migraine with all this stuff. Well, the yelling is over. Shane has apologized, and we have apologized for being, little dicks coming in at first too. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're all people, and that's all that matters. And damn it, Shane, thank you for coming on.
And if you stick around, I am going to try to get you to join the world of real life superheroes.
Don't listen to
You
Jesse.
might just get me.
Look, you can meet Sunny Cat. He'll get you all the top level body armor you'll need.
Jesse will do nothing but get you in trouble and almost get you killed on Fremont Street and get you high with
killed on Fremont Street.
So basically 2 a.m. on
now.
Fremont Street on any given night?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, Jesse will get you high with celebrities at Star Trek.
If they say yes.
All right.
Real
Corey,
one, not the crappy Discovery one.
Corey Sagawa sends us a $5 super chat. And with that, I think that's no better place to end this. We're going to do some koalas in the rain. I think we all need a laugh. Let me find the clip here. Thanks again, Shane, for coming in. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody who sent in super chats. Sorry it took us a little bit to get there at the end, but I think we needed to have that conversation. Take care, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koalas in the rain.